We do not need to. I didn't make Dolly Parton a thing. I actually considered, do I need to do an episode? Oh, wait, wrong window. I genuinely considered, do I need to make an episode honoring Dolly Parton? And you know what I realized? I didn't choose for Dolly Parton to be a theme on my stream. This was never something I invited, okay? Dolly Parton's significance to this stream was not my doing. That's what I've decided. Hello, Snow. All right. Here's the crazy thing. Yes, you should. No. I said what I'm doing on Sunday. You're in ad prison? Good luck. 18 days for Edelgard discourse? Exactly. And then it's all over and it's all hung hua from here on out. It is Haberfaxable. Where the fuck is my glove? No, I can't draw without my glove. Well, shit. We've reached impasse. Sacrifice. Come on. That one feels in poor taste for some reason. Wrong sacrifice. Are we talking about the sad state of the world? No, today we're doing an art challenge. Because our viewer CN, who is amazing, sent me beautiful art. A whole thing full of it. This box full of art. And it's gorgeous, and it made me think I need to push myself, and style imitations are a great way to push yourself. It has you sort of examine other people. We have What If Edelgard was black, What If Edelgard was Chinese, and now What If Edelgard was a man? Yeah, and they're all great. They're all the best characters in the game. Chinese, man, and black Edelgard are the 3 best characters in the game. You're not late? True. She sent me her incredible art. I'm in love with it. I've done a lot of Art Nouveau studies in the past. And I think I'm at a level where I can push it further now. Now, here's what's up, right? Here's what's up. It's really difficult to do this, and it's going to be a lot of effort. And I need to grab some reference I haven't had access to, and I'm going to be honest. Yesterday was too busy to get the reference together, so we're going to talk about the method. I have this white part of the image, which is what we're going to be drawing on, which is the size, pixel-wise, of Cien's artwork. Then we're going to establish in the area behind this white box, that's where we put our references. I could have them elsewhere, but I realized with the proportions that Cien draws with, my UI doesn't fit the screen at all. So instead, we're going to have this be separate. So this is Cien's very beautiful Art Nouveau art style. Art Nouveau, for people who don't know, was an art style popularized in the 1920s. It is seen as the naturalistic parallel to... God, what is the other one called? The one that looks dwarfy. I also like that one. The other main art style that's very boxy of the 1920s. It's about naturalistic shapes and organic geometries. There's a heavy emphasis on open, empty space and high detail space to draw your attention. No, not brutalism. Brutalism's a later... that's a much later movement. And that's exclusively architectural. Both of these movements were brought into architecture and into art, which is very important. Art Nouveau was more art, and the other one was more architecture, but they both had presence in both. And I can't remember what the fuck it was called. What? No, not Cubism. It's called Art something. Art Deco. Art Deco is the alternate. Which Atelier also has Art Nouveau elements? Well, I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know. So we're going to do some stuff. I've picked my character of choice to be drawing. I've talked with Cien about Cien's methodology. So I have a lot of information about how this goes going in, but I don't like copying methodology. I like this to be kind of learning. You just kind of like Art Nouveau style. You guess Art Nouveau is very good. I'm drawing Hilda from Fire Emblem, because in my opinion, if I succeed in making Cien like Fire Emblem Three Houses, Hilda will be Cien's favorite character. That's my guess. I'm guessing it. It's my incredibly powerful guess. Art Deco, you would not call that the opposite? No, they're very different. Art Deco is about geometries, and Art Nouveau is about flowing soft shapes. They're in a similar space in some ways, but the big reason you associate them is just they're from the same eras. They were kind of opposite directions in the same era. You think of them as dwarf and elf. All right. All right. Now we're gonna grab reference. Here's the sad part. I need to find a way because I didn't get my setup right because I had too little time. Um, I need to find a way to kill time while I run around in Fire Emblem Three Houses for like 5 minutes gathering references of stained glass for both CN for the commission I commissioned them and myself. So I'm gonna be running around Three Houses. I can't put it on stream because I didn't get my thing set up in time, and I'm only gonna be doing it for a few minutes, so it didn't feel worthwhile. So how's everybody doing? We're killing time while I run around in this video game, grabbing screenshots so that I can do artwork. You can see how disappointed the astronauts are in me for not managing time better. The thing is, I had to go to the grocery store. I had to take a dog home. I couldn't leave the dog in the car because it was too hot. It was a whole thing. They are opposite forces of the same artistic era. Exactly. One about highlighting inorganic shapes and one about highlighting organic shapes. The Lake of America, it's just funny. It's really funny. I hope Donald Trump tries to rename Lake Ontario the Lake of America. Can you guys not see that that's fucking hilarious? It's so dumb. Maybe I'm just too black-pilled, so really dumb shit feels really appealing to me at this point. If you look in your reference folder in the Art Nouveau folder, you can find some window stained glass refs from architecture. Hell yeah. I want to get stained glass from Three Houses, though, so that I can see their stained glass style, because a big thing about the Art Nouveau movement is it tried to act on and build on historical, historical stained glass, like older movements of art, and how they did stained glass in their eras. So I thought it'd be fun to mix Art Nouveau stained glass with examples of stained glass from within Three Houses. And there's 3 locations in Three Houses that have stained glass. Take elements from a character's clothing for the shape of stained glass. I think that's a really good idea, like stars and whatnot. I like that. And there's a lot of different in-house decollage in Three Houses to work with. Like, it's a game with its own shape language and symbology, which is very helpful. I'm just going to grab some screenshots of the stained glass in game, because in my opinion, it will be helpful for how I work with stuff. Well, this one's kind of boring. Well, the first one, boring as hell. What do we got over here? These are statues. Oh, I found some better stained glass. Oh yeah, I found some really good ones now. Oh yeah. Ohio? Gazoimas? Oh yeah, this is some beautiful stained glass. You'll see in a moment. I'll be bringing this up. I just got to check the rest of the cathedral, make sure I'm not missing anything. Nope, that's the same shape. That's the same shape. All right. If you find her emblem, house, or family crest, yeah, I do need to get her emblem. What's Law's favorite place in Wild West setting? Saloon. Oh, Jesus Christ, dog. Or we're in it. We're on it. We're doing it. Okay, so the stained glass in the greenhouse is boring. And I honestly think the stained glass in the dining hall, if I remember correctly, is the same pattern as the stained glass in the greenhouse. Yes, so we don't need to get that. Oh, the upper floor in Rhea's room probably has stained glass. I'm going to check that out first. All right, we're almost done. I just need to check Rhea's room. Well, not her bedroom. You don't get that till the late game, and this is an earlier save file. Huh. Yeah, I also see Big E, and I only imagine the God Emperor of Mankind. I'm gonna be honest. That's Big E, right? Oh, wait, this floor is actually a really good example of patterning, too. I'm sorry, what's Law's Jesus fucking Christ. You can't do that one. Snoll? Snoll, you're fired from jokes. Does everyone agree Snoll should be fired from jokes for the episode? Alright, I think I'm done grabbing stuff from Three Houses. I'm now going to use the Nintendo whatever to transfer it to my phone. The people must fire you from jokes. I can't do it on my own. All right, phone. Let's open up the Nintendo transfer app, and then I'll text them to myself, and then I'll send them to CN and on here. It's a little bit of a process, but at least we got all the pictures now. Nintendo Switch app. Good lord, this is multi-step. All right. Uploading. Damn it, people are asking him to continue? You're not firing Snow? Fucking hell. That one wasn't good, dog. We can't be pretending that one was good. All right, we'll upload this one. Save this one. There's only 5 of them, so it's not going to take too long. Don't she be worried. God damn it. Fucking shit, fuck. God, shit, fucking, God, Christ. Space Dragon Jesus, this is a frustrating process. I love that Fire Emblem Three Houses has Space Dragon Jesus. And it's you. And you're green for it. What a normal game. We love a normal game. All right. Downloaded that one. We got 2 more to do. Okay. Bop, 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 bop. How's everybody doing? What would Law be called if he's a pencil artist? Trafalgar Draw? Trafalgar Draw. I feel like the room-based ones feel better than ones on his name, you know? Is anyone else with me on that, or do people just love jokes for being bad, and we don't really have standards, huh? Snoll didn't get a timeout. No one backed it up. I wanted to give him a timeout, but no one agreed. Oh. Wait, no, Paladin did time him out. Okay. No, CN, don't let him win. They need to be room-based. That's not his fucking hell. Ugh. People. All right. It's hard to come up with a 100th room rhyme. Hey guys, where do you bury Trafalgar Law? Boom. Okay, now I'm going to send these to myself, and then I'm going to send them to myself and CN again. We love that it's a simple, just one-step, basically, process. Stained glass, stained glass, stained glass, stained glass, stained glass. Oh, I definitely didn't download one of them. Oh, the one of the floor. You know what? Who needs the floor? I need the floor. Why didn't I upload? I didn't even upload it. Motherfucker. I'm done. We don't need the floor. I'm not doing more of this. We're fine with this stained glass. Now, I'm going to forward this to CN. In case this helps, and I'm going to put them all on the screen. I said tomb. Okay. Go back here. All right. For people who don't know, Hilda is amazing. Her main personality traits are being kind, manipulative, lazy, and a misandrist. One of her supports, which are the like relationship tracks, friendship builders, starts going romantic and gets cut off when she realizes the man she's flirting with is too savvy to manipulate. Women are better than men, hard agree. Look, I'm gonna be honest, I think misandry is bad. I just think when fictional girls do it, it's cute. Sue me! I can be morally consistent if characters aren't fictional. There's a lot. God damn it. Everybody can be a woman? You don't go transing people. There are cisgender people. Okay. We got some we got beautiful stained glass coming on in. All right. Now, everybody, I found out, am I allowed to say the game you use for references for gowns and dresses, CN, or is that mean? Because I was going to ask people to find me their favorite slightly gothic style, like this vibe of outfits from that game, but I don't know if you're okay with me sickening people on that by telling them what game you use as a source of inspiration. Because I will do my best to send people on a mission to hunt for reference. Say it? All right. Everybody, I want you to find me the best dresses with this vibe by Google image searching Love Nikki dress and then like descriptors. Love Nikki is a dress up game by the people who make Love in Deep Space. And it's where CN gets gown reference. So I want to do this legit, so that's where we want it from. And to speed things up, Rose Elegy, Blood Beckon, those immediately come to mind. Hell yeah. So if anyone wants to help on this mission, I also need to get more Hildas, because there's a lot of Hilda alts with good outfit ID like suggestions in okay, that's the same one. We're good with these. In Fire Emblem Heroes, the gacha game. Okay. Pink or yellow dress? I don't know what that is. First, we're going to get reference for basic pre-time skip Hilda because it still has details we might want to use. Love Nikki Pigeon Kingdom? There's kingdoms in a dress-up game. I love how much lore there is in women's games. I feel like when there's men's games of a genre, they don't bother with lore, but women's games are like, no, there's going to be lore no matter what. And I think that's great. Which of the two dresses? The one on the right, the pink girl, this one. The pink and red girl is the one we want as inspiration. This is so I have a reference for CN's art style on screen for you guys to look at. I'm mostly going to be looking at CN's art in person, but I want people to know what I'm trying to imitate. What is Hilda's crest again? Crest of Goneril. Okay. Ooh, I should also get her Three Hopes design. Because Three Hopes has its own time skip, and I can use some of that as inspiration. I hit the wrong button. I hit Control-C instead of Control-V. All right. All right. All right, you people. There we go. You have the Crest of Goneril. You put some of your files of your art in the Edelgard folder. Yeah, but I like looking at the reference in person where I can, but I also, because of my UI, I need stuff on the side to fill up space. So I thought I'd put a bunch of references on screen as well to help people get an image for it. Because I think it's more fun for you guys if you know what I'm trying to draw from. Hilda. Hilda. Free time skip Hilda. Still an adult, but 19. Shadow House? You're jealous of people good at art and you're not good at art? You always get good. I had a lot of natural proclivities against me to get even decent, man. Okay. What else was I looking for? Clearly, we need Hilda's bikini outfit if we're gonna have good reference, right? Like, how... Oh, wow, that's a good cosplay. No, I don't think this has any patterns that are unique. Let's just get the 3 hopes, Hilda. Rock, serious question. Will I join the council or the resistance? I don't know what these are. I'd love to go with the bit. What am I signing up for? I'll say the resistance by default. I do like resisting. Can I not find full body of her 3 hopes outfit? 3 hopes is the AU game, by the way. Takes place with a shorter time skip, so she's 24 in her post-time skip look in 3 houses, but she's only 22 in her post-time skip look. So if you look at these 3, Hilda at 19, Hilda at 22, Hilda at 24. There you go, see? You have aphantasia, see if you've got stuff working against you. Yeah, CN, I should bring up, first of all, aphantasia is a huge disability for artists, but also 2 of the best artists I know who were mentors to me had aphantasia. So I will say, you can be a great artist with disabilities harming you. Like, I used to be face blind and had to train my way into being able to see facial structure, and it still holds me back. The part of my brain that comprehends and structures facial structure is much weaker than for a normal person, and the strength that it has, I had to build up manually with study. Who's Law's favorite supermodel? Heidi Klum. That's fucking wow. Klum. Wow. Holy shit, the Fire Emblem Heroes chibi art is so goddamn cute. What the fuck? Why is it so cute? Why is the chibi art for Heroes so fucking cute? Oh my god, look at it. Look at that art style. Oh my god. I can't touch this gacha game or I'll run out of money. I need to stay away from this gacha game forever. It will win. It will win. I don't have the strength to fight it. Like, seriously, it is one of the cutest art styles I've ever seen for their little chibis. Ah! Ah! Fucking look at that! Rainix, are you explaining 40K? So fucking cute! Oh my god. Okay. Okay. What were the 2 dresses you suggested? Cian? Love, Nikki. I'll search gown for now. Nope, that's too fancy. Lace? Well, that's closer. That's a little too much lace. Although, no, that's a little too formal and prim for her. She's in a weird place of being both very playful and aristocratic. It's a hard balance to find for Hilda. Okay, we have a little dress here. Blood beckon. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, if anyone wanted reference for, like, a fancy Mirabelle from Fire Emblem Awakening, or Lissa from Fire Emblem Awakening, look at that. Wow. You would not wear something that rigid, though, Hilda, so we're not going to do that. But wow, that's so pretty. Okay. Wow, that's terrifying. This has aura in a scary way, huh? No, I want the full... You also have face blindness? Your brain didn't want you to do this. Your brain didn't want you to be an artist. You just chose to anyways. The color's definitely right. I want to find something a little bit more casual for the structure. Nightmare Lullaby? We're going into really goth. I'll search it. Oh, that is so fucking cute, though. What the heck? I'm going to find some more casual stuff, too, to mix in, though. I do love outfit design. It's something I'm a big fan of. All right. Now, something I should note, CN, you're not going to like this. I'm not going to do this in the order you do. When I do style imitation, I tend to look at the finished product and reconstruct it from components. It usually means I can learn a bit more, because if someone teaches me their exact order, I'm not dissecting it and learning from it. God, the way you do hair structures is something I really want to get. That's so pretty. That's going to be the toughest part of this, I think. Shapes that I'm not familiar with. I do read YouTube comments. I don't know if I want to watch False Memory. All right, let's see what we can do here. I think we might be good. Oh, wait, no, I need the cowweed. I need the cowweed for sure. Oh, I also need... People make these dress downs. They're so good. FE3H, Hilda, post time skip. There's this artist that makes reference sheets where they break down the layers of the three houses outfits. It's so fucking helpful. And they also extrapolate the colors and patterns. These fucking things are so helpful. And then I also made a cheat sheet for CN that's very helpful for me. So I'm going to go grab that cheat sheet that I made for her that has a bunch of the common embroidery elements, embroidery and embossing elements from Three Houses. Let me see if I can find that sheet. Where did I put that? There it is. Because this is also going to be helpful. All right. This was for Edelgard specifically, but this side of it will be helpful for Hilda. All right. I think get rid of some of the more complicated reference. Hilda, you can stay there. Dress, we're going to need to talk to you later, I think. And now I'm going to have to grab some reference from the great box of reference. Obviously, Hilda's closest to Perona in vibe, so that's the one I should have out to look at. If I can find her. Yep, I found her right away. There she is. Oh! Okay, I'm dropping everything. Give me a sec, give me a sec, give me a sec. I love style imitation so much. You guys might notice I don't have that consistent of an art style. I like to shift and play a lot. I'll draw in a very similar way for a while or along one project, but I tend to like to switch it up quite a bit. That's how I am. Because of that, I love doing style imitations where I try to learn from other artists. Sometimes it powers me up. Sometimes, like when I tried with Oki, I missed the mark. I'm going to come back for that, by the way. I'm going to get Oki. I'm going to get her style exactly. I don't give up. All right. So for starters, I want to do some proportioning. So from what I can tell for CN, we're going to need, at one layer, a symmetrical ruler. So a symmetrical ruler will copy everything I draw on one side exactly on the other. And we're going to need that for the basic structures. The structures here vary a lot. It's a lot of organic shapes. Hilda really, really works with that. There's a lot of elements of her design sensibilities that we could easily mix in here. So let's take a look. We need our symmetrical ruler, 2 lines. It needs to be right in the middle. Okay. So we're going from just over 2,300 to just over 5,800. That is 2,500 pixels. Sorry. No, that is a progression of 3,500 pixels. So half of 3,500 is 1,750. So you add that to 2,300, and that is 3,050. Wait, 4,050? Yes. So the ruler should go right at the 4,050, which is right here. So now, everything I draw on one side of that on this particular layer will be copied on the other exactly. We're not going to be making use of that right now, but I want to show you guys what that looks like. Basically, if I want to start doing structures, I should also... You know what? I don't need to download your brushes till I get to the point where I'm doing inking. So, let's see. If I want to do something organic like this, I could do these swoopy shapes here. Yeah. And it'll copy on both sides. No, that's not fucking Art Nouveau. How dare you, sir? All right. But I don't think that's the structure I want. Let's take a look. Hilda is fun. She has a very flirty vibe. She has, she's very manipulative. She likes to come across proper. Her outfits are far more symmetrical than most outfits in Three Houses. You'd be dead if you didn't have the mirroring. Yeah, it would. I can't imagine. You basically need to make stencils, right? Like if you were doing this on paper. If we go by the way the things are laid out in the game, I think that's a great idea. This is based off of Rhea's design sensibility, so we're not going to use that. But this is more general for the game. I kind of like the idea of using the stained glass of the game. We're not going to use this exact shape, but I'm just kind of playing with ideas here. What if we use this stained glass window as reference? Oh, I should have taken a picture of the front of the greenhouse. Bum, 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 bum. I fucking love Three Houses, dude. I'm such a big fan of this fucking game. If Fortune's Weave isn't good, I'll goddamn die. We're doing Drock Nouveau? Goddamn. That's not even a good pun. My name doesn't even sound like art. Respect for how bad it is. Oh, I'll lower this. You can see what I'm copying. I'm copying this stained glass structure. Drock Nouveau. God fucking shit, y'all. So, a thing you should know about Art Nouveau is it's highly about contrast in line work and contrast in colors. You tend to make most colors along a certain tone so that the ones that are not pop vibrantly, and you tend to make most lines thin and outlines thick, most areas either highly detailed or empty, and then some areas perfectly empty, the opposite, basically. It's all about mastery of contrasts. So that's something we're going to be using a lot in this. So I'm thinking we have a base structure where we steal basically the stained glass of the game. As for where she's standing, I think we change this a little bit so that it's not just the stained glass of the game. I'm thinking this is the frame. This feels like the frame for me. Nocturnal Plight from Love Nikki. All right, I'll go grab Nocturnal Plight. It's going to be a slow day because it's this is a high amount of effort. This is probably going to be 2 or 3 streams with some work off stream in between. But I really need something to wake up my brain that feels like a big challenge, and the motivation of like honoring somebody else's process and style enough to copy it. I know that sounds rude, but if you're an artist, it's a compliment for someone to want to copy what you do because it's a way of learning and integrating. This is the right structures. These are the right structures for sure. There's also close-ups and unposed. I like this though. It feels alive. Yeah, some people might think it's an insult to be like, I'm gonna do what you do, but like, no, if you're an artist, that's like the highest honor basically that someone can bestow is someone being like, I want to learn from what you do, so I'm going to learn from what you do. Oh, I forgot the most important reference. The most important reference at all is the flower I chose for her. I got it between a couple. Let's bring we'll bring all of the final contenders up, but I'm pretty sure which one I want to go with. Luckily, CN helped me a lot with picking a flower. And the resources to do so. Okay, Meadow Saffron was one option because it represents luxury, which is a thing that Hilda loves. She is female Tom Sawyer is a great way to think her. You're gonna fucking burn yourself out on these, man. So Meadow Saffron was one option. The next option. No, that one just looked cool. It didn't represent anything. I'm gonna come back to that because that's what I'm most vibing with, honestly. Oh yeah, you had one. God, what was that one called? Candy something? Was it Candy Bloom? Nope. Not Candy Bloom. What the fuck is his name? Candy Tuft. Because it represents sweetness and it has the right vibe. I need to find the pink ones. I'm only seeing the purple. You know what? We'll just bring these up. It is very cute. I think the one I like most is very hard to do. Andy Bloom. Good lord! Like, I think this one's the hardest to draw, but I really like it. Which is Field Cow Wheat. I like it because I've seen some things I could find that suggested cow wheat, not field, but the other one, common cow wheat, represents hidden strength, and she has a magical crest that gives her super strength. But also, it's a parasite, and she's female Tom Sawyer. Crimson Nocturne and Phantom Visions. All right, but I'm running out of room for reference. Love Nikki. Oh, okay. Okay. I see Caged Phantom. Dream of Oh, it's a full set. I understand. Oh, wow. There are a lot of good choices in here, huh? I think I like what I have better than most of these. Oh, this one's pretty good, though. This one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. I do like it. All right. Got kind of a jestery vibe. Oh, this would be a great reference if someone wanted to do Art Nouveau of Kronia, the scary clown mutant. Ilini? Ilini? You're on thin fucking ice with that one. You're on thin goddamn... Oh, I should put on music. I normally do that when we're doing drawing days. Give me a second here. Let's get some chill pop beats. Or Claire de Lune, you know, whatever. Let me see. Oh shit, I'm sorry, Trainix. I'll miss you. Gotta raise the volume so I can hear it. Oh, I'm not in a room. Duh. Okay, give me a second here. Sienna sent me a message. I must look at it. Yeah, I like to be a chaotic little gremlin about my references, Cien. Oh my fucking god. I will blow up the vocabulary. All right. All right. So we've got a basic structure. I'm looking at how much space Cien lets the girls take up, and I think it seems to be mostly about how well the frame can hold them. So Perona's frame needs more space up top to hold her correctly. I think Hilda, her head should be about here. Let's take a look. This looks like a classic 7 to 8 head heights. So for people who don't know, you can do anything from a more chibi perspective, where your characters look a little younger and shorter, by having a smaller body relative to their head heights, or super heroic, where you have a head that is 1/8 the total body height, and it leads to people looking like Olympian. It makes them look incredibly tall and powerful. Cien seems to go for somewhere between, depending on the art, the very typical 7, which is a very realistic head height, or 7.5, which is the half Olympian. 7.5 is really common in modeling art because it looks like a very tall woman. So let's play with pose. Well, first we'll play with space. So I'm thinking I want this space. Can I include her giant axe? No, the giant axe is a bit tacky for this. Like, she's not defined by her weapon the way Edelgard is. Maybe if I was doing Edelgard, I would, because, like, she likes conquest. It's the wrong way to put it. You don't think about it, you just draw what looks right. Yeah, but you don't have to think about it because you're you. I'm doing analysis and imitation. I need to think about it. You also add weapons and staffs? Yeah, but... oh, fuck, maybe. Maybe. All right, let's grab Hilda's magic axe. We'll grab her magic axe. Freakagul! Oh, I also need face reference. Fuck, I forgot. That's what I'm missing. I need to find a really pretty Hungarian woman because she's from Fantasy Hungary. Fuck. Okay. For anyone who's denying she's from Fantasy Hungary, by the way, her people are famous for their fortress keeps, and they control the mountain pass to the east. They're Fantasy Hungary. Hungary mentioned, nice. Well, they're Fantasy Hungary. That's where Hilda's from. Cute Hungarian woman face. This looks kind of like Hilda. Good fucking God. You people. Can you ever look a pun and decide to turn away from it? Do you ever see a pun and just choose not to? Has it happened? All right, bring up some reference. Okay. She's got a nose that points out at the bottom. It's very sloped. Large eyes, middle turned. Wait. Is that just her? Pronounced lips, pointed chin, fairly prominent forehead. Guys, this woman looks so much like Hilda, it's crazy, right? Check it out. For people who don't know how you adapt anime styles into real life, it's easier with three houses because their art direction is a lot more diverse than most games. So the things that are different about Hilda that are notable compared to most women in the game would be her eyes are a fairly neutral slant, slightly outturned. The only difference is this woman's are neutral, slightly inturned. So I might want to find someone else. Her nose has a slope that shoots out at the bottom. Similar hair, not quite as pointy. We might find another one. Prominent, pointed, small chin. Boom. Fairly prominent brow ridge. Most of the women of three houses don't have that much of a brow ridge. So we're going to keep her for now, and I'm going to see if I can find someone who I feel like has even more traits in common with Hilda. And I'm going to try to not just click on AI, because a lot of what comes up is. Wouldn't it be funny if you use useref? Are you from Hungary? That's funny. You have a picture of your Perona cosplay on your art? You are Eastern European. Look, do you have similar features to this? Do you have you're Bulgarian? Look, I forget what country people are from all the time, CN. If you want proof it happens to everyone, ask Jay. She'll tell you. Okay, so you have like the sloped chin, prominent forehead, and brow ridge, point the slopey nose that sticks out more at the bottom. These are features you have. Look, Sian, if you want to be used as a reference for Hilda, I will allow this. My only criteria is that it looks like her. So I went for Hungarian women because they tend to use face models, I've noticed, based off of the regions that the characters are from. You're literally flying to Bulgaria in several hours. Where are you from, Snoll? France, right? CN, I knew that, but we have to piss him off. Wait, is it? Oh, yeah, it is playing, just not for me. Okay, whatever. All right, if you want to send me a picture of your Prona cosplay, I can bring it on, and I can work with that. Because this is the closest I can find when I search cute Hungarian woman face. Other than AI, which feels like I don't kind of want to use. Oh, this woman's actually very close, too. This is just a random Facebook post called Beautiful Hungarian Girls. The nose is... You know what? She does have a larger nose than most of the girls in Fire Emblem Three Houses, so... That's also pretty similar. Snoll. I don't have Instagram, so you would need to send the picture, basically, is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna go for pose now. Now that we have a basic space. Frida cool, the axe. Frida cool. The first woman's name is Barbara Palvin. Yeah, I don't think they did use her as a reference for Hilda. She doesn't look as similar as the woman Cien found for Edelgard, who is half Chinese, half German, and looks fucking exactly like Edelgard. But she looks very similar to Hilda. You won't be nice to me anymore? You made this from scratch? This is very impressive. God, you do actually have a face a lot like hers, huh? Like, the nose slope isn't as low as hers, but otherwise, like, your facial features, yeah, the slightly outturned eyes, prominent chin. I can't tell if your brow ridge is as prominent as Hilda's because you have bangs in this. This is a very good cosplay. Good job. I'm trying to pick which one to bring up. This is why you need to like Three Houses, so you can make a Hilda cosplay. Okay, wait! Everybody! I know how people get with women. Nobody hit on Cien when Cien's pretty face is on the screen, okay? You can be nice. We're not getting weird, okay? None of you fuckers, or I'm taking the picture away, all right? Nobody get weird. I know how people get. Good. Can you at least be weird in other ways? Yes. You can be weird in ways that are not related to Cien all the time. Okay. It's a really nice cosplay. It's actually very good. Okay, pose. Let me think. In my head. I want something alive. Here's the issue. This pose fucking rules, and it's hard to get out of my head. This rules. Goddamn Fire Emblem Heroes has good art direction. They fucking kick ass, dude. All right, let's think. How do we do this? I like to either start with a line of action or in the hips. That's how I tend to start poses. What do we do here? It needs to be very playful, very bubbly. Hilda's in the weird place of being very cutesy, playful, bubbly, but also proper. If we have this tilt, this leg would be the main weight-bearing leg. God damn. It is so hard to find a pose that feels good and interesting and creates good silhouette, but also, like, doesn't feel action-y and like it takes up a lot of space. I also lean towards action poses pretty much all the time. It's what I'm good at. I'm not good at static posing. Leg behind? Leg behind, maybe? Hmm. Nope. 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 That was close. That was close. We're gonna do that. Sorry, figuring out gesture is fucking hard. I'm glad you guys are distracted. Okay. I'm gonna look up, I don't know what to look up, because when I look up poses, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Art Nouveau poses. Why not? We might find inspiration. Normally, I'd be like, action pose, striking pose, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-do. There are a lot of very creative poses. Hands are important. That's what I'm getting wrong. Hands, very important in Art Nouveau posing. Okay. Hands need to be considered first and foremost. Where are they? Their points of focus and grip, their places where more detail is put. The fuck do I do? If we look to Hilda, she also has a lot of poses where hands are really relevant. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Okay. This is tough. We want hands to guide through the image. We have one down here. I can draw hands fine. I'm decent at it. Depends on the style, how easy it is, but it's not like a weak spot for me. It's just, when I'm saying hands are important, I'm not saying, oh no, I have to draw hands. I'm saying I need to think of a way to do a pose that makes the hands more relevant to the pose. Art tip, when you're doing gesture, exaggerate everything. As you add detail in an image, a sense of energy is inherently lost. So the more detail you add early on in the gesturing step, or so the more energy you add, the more energy maintains as detail is added, because detail is the enemy of energy. Art Nouveau is largely a very heavily detailed art style, except for the areas you leave blank, because again, it is about contrast, meaning energy is incredibly relevant to the pose, so you should exaggerate at the early layers. Okay. This arm isn't quite right. Maybe we can copy what the artist did who broke this apart with this hand, because that is a nice job. I don't hate this. I don't hate this down here, but it feels... Oh, this part's hard. God, this is hard. Wouldn't the position of the hands be in relation to the axe? Partially, but the axe I don't want her to be wielding like she's striking. It's part of a tool for pose work. And take another look at some exampled reference. Damn, there's a lot of, like, fucking built women in Art Nouveau portraits. Hell yes. God, I love the way Art Nouveau does faces, where it's these hyper-detailed eyes and just empty skin until the next facial feature. It's really beautiful. Okay. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. This is close. This isn't quite there yet. Oh, this had some twist. The head angle is going to be really hard with this, because the way we have the spine twisting leaves the head connecting here. Slight turn up and away. Slight turn. I'm going to try this. It's going to be weird, but I might be able to pull this off. I don't know if my anatomy skills are up for actually making this type of pose look good, but I'm going to try my best. I don't hate that Trey Nix, but it doesn't quite get the vibe I'm looking to evoke. She's a really hard character to sell exactly. This fucking pose is so hard. Look at, because it's so good, and it distracts me and makes me want to just imitate it. Wait. Idea. We keep the slight head turn, spine go here. We keep the slight head tilt back. This arm, clavicle, arm, arm, arm. We instead have... This could work. This could work. Grabbing the hem of the dress. Or, wait. This feels cute and playful. This I'm liking. This is, I know it looks like a scramble right now, but let's try to put some anatomy on this, right? So, thigh. Something that's kind of interesting is Cien does very realistic proportions. Three Houses has more realistic proportions than most anime games you'll play. With the exception of, you know, the busty women are bustier than most busty women you'll meet. Not than like any busty woman you'll meet, but than most. Hilda is pretty goddamn stacked, which makes me think, how much... Cien, if a character was actually stacked by the standards of her setting, how stacked would you draw her, is the question. Like, and she's from a game where there's a lot of women who are not stacked, who have, like, a normal amount of stacked. Your pose suggestion looked like the other Hilda reference. That's the problem! This pose is too good, and I don't want to just copy Fire Emblem Heroes, the game with incredible art direction, and, from what I've been told, some level of gameplay. God, the art direction, though. I think she's a 28F. Probably. Again, I've seen people do scans of Byleth, whose boobs are only slightly bigger, and she's a J-cup. Like, Byleth is slightly more stacked. You would add muscle definition? Okay. What goes bigger than F? I think she'd be about an F if Byleth is a J. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you. This is important. Have her plant the axe in the middle in front and have her lean forwards on it. We're trying a pose. We'll get there. We'll get there. Are you crazy? She doesn't look that busty. You're going on real life. So, here's the thing. Every Three Houses character, for whatever reason, looks less stacked in their artwork than they do in-game. Their in-game models always are bustier than their official art, and I don't know why. This is the chart. Byleth, who, by tracking her in-game model, is a J-cup, is at 200% boob. Hilda is at 180% boob. As you can see, she'd be pretty stacked. Free time skip, a mere 175. It's like 190, actually. So she's 190% boob. What do you mean, wait, Ilani? 200%? What's the baseline? 100%, from what people can tell, seems to be like either a C or D cup. So it's not a scale. It's the in-game measurement used to change their character models when you change their class outfit. It's an in-game mechanical thing that tracks their chest size when you change their outfits outside of their standard outfit. Yeah, it's code shit that people extrapolated, and from what people can find, the characters with 100% tend to have about a D cup. And Hilda, free time skip as a 19-year-old, has 175%. And then as a 24-year-old, post-time skip, has 200%. Oh, these are good poses. I'm bad at finding these are nice. Do I want it? The axe might be too big for that one. This one's a maybe. This one's a maybe. That one's a very maybe. God, this is... Wow, that's stylish. Cien, you can confirm to me because, obviously, I'm not a lesbian. Lesbian and bi women leaning gay that I know... Does that last picture kill you in the way I think it does? Because that looks like gay bait to me. Like, that picture looks like gay bait. But I don't know. How would I know? Wait, so she gets a double boost to her chest when changing outfit? No. The way that it works is it's just a thing to track how much to warp the models so that when they're not in the outfits designed specifically for them, they still look like they have the same build. They do the same for the men on a physique level. You're bi-romantic, asexual, you don't feel much? Damn, okay. That's tragic. All right. All right. I don't know if any of our other lesbians are here, but this does feel like gay bait to me from what I've been told by my lesbian friends. If anybody else can confirm, you know, her hips aren't quite that wide, so let's narrow them a little. Like, she's curvy, but not crazy. I really like to get the lats. Hey. Hey. Jay, I'm a lesbian, and although I'm ace, that's for lesbians, yes. Okay, good, good. My reading of when a woman tries to bait women is not off. This feels like a lesbian switch who is trying to bait. And hey, nothing against thirst traps. I'm all for it. Go for it. How the fuck are there 3 aces and 19 people? Because we're incredibly autistic. My audience isn't an unselected for group. I don't actually hate this pose the more I work on it. The head angle, I'm so bad at getting head angles to feel natural. What? Jay, what? What are we saying Drock about? What are we doing here? Are we confronting me about something? I'm never incorrect, but you're still mad? People hate when a man stereotypes correctly. Okay. Sublimation. Oh, there isn't any. Oh, there's no sublimation there. Ooh, weird. That's a cool resource set. Okay. I actually am liking this one quite a bit. I'm going to try some other ones based off what you sent if I can't get this head right. But I'm actually liking this. Going from D to whatever she was at 24 isn't unreasonable. No. She didn't go from D. What she was at 19. So D cup would be 100% boob in the stats of the game. She was at 175% boob at 19. And then 190% at 24. Like I'm not even saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's not like a normal amount of chest. It would be on the extraordinary end in real life. Not impossible, just a fuck ton of it. You just sent more? I mean, I like the ones you sent. I'm just going to follow this one through and then try 1 or 2 of those. That's like an F to a G? Yeah. You could be incorrect. Yes, women usually have a second puberty where most women's boobs get bigger. But that is not a consistent thing. Just the same way, like, not all men get hairier and get broader shoulders in second puberty. But yeah, second puberty for women does make boobs and hips bigger. And generally accumulates more muscle in the upper arm and thighs. There's no, like, consistency. Did someone make a similar chart for One Piece? No, because every woman has the same boobs in One Piece. There's no point. The reason boobs in Fire Emblem are interesting in the slightest is that Byleth having mammoth tits means something because some women don't. I'll point this out. If every woman was Byleth, why would we give a shit? You know why we give a shit? Because look at Edelgard. The dominating super empress has fucking 60% boobs. That's why Byleth means anything. If the Super Empress didn't have 60% boobs post-time skip, it wouldn't mean anything that Byleth has mammoth honkers, right? You must understand. What's your concerning question, Ilani? Damn, Bernie, I didn't know they grew like that, actually. What's your very concerning question? How many of the small ones are lollybait? This one? sort of this one, but kind of not really. Like a little bit, like half. This character's just like not sexualized at all. She's the only 1,000-year-old teenager that nobody sexualizes. She's just drawn kind of cute. Like, kind of Lysithea. Annette, even post-time skip, when she's an adult, feels that way. Lysithea is interesting, because she's like a young teenager pre-time skip, but she is like 20 post-time skip, and she does feel like a 20-year-old. She's just tiny and probably had her growth stunted because she had the same experiments done as Edelgard. It's probably the same reason Edelgard is very small. Like, they're both very short and flat. So their growth is probably stunted by having a second crest burn through extra calories. Like, that's kind of the implication. But, I don't know. Lysithea doesn't feel like Lollybait post-time skip to me at all. She just feels like a small adult woman. And even though Annette is taller and thicker than her, she still feels like Lollybait post-time skip, and I can't tell you why. No. Yeah, Fire Emblem has Lollybait, yeah. Look, Snoll, I'm not saying this game is flawless, I'm saying I love it. Not as bad as you were worried of? Yeah. Edelgard definitely is not. Even when she's just 18 pre-time skip, she doesn't feel like Lollybait. She's just skinny. Some women are small and skinny, and that's how it is. You could argue Annette doesn't feel like Lollybait. It's the weird place where for Lysithea, there's the gap moe of she's very serious and studious, but she's teensy and likes sweets. Annette, it feels more like they play into her being childish, even though she looks less teensy than Lysithea post-time skip. It's a weird one. In my opinion, Lysithea just comes across as gap moe, where, hey, it's funny that she's so serious and mature, and then, like, has one childish trait and is also teensy. Like, you could say that's problematic, but, like, at that point, we are drawing lines where tons of real people who have charm are just kind of being ridden that way. You used to enjoy 7Ds, but you grew up and realized how problematic it is. I don't know what that is. Smaller head, I think. We're going to go for 7.5. Even though she's kind of a little one. So it isn't actually Lollybait. There's one... 7 Deadly Sins. Oh, there's one potential real Lollybait character, I'd say, which is the magical dragon Jesus that lives in your head. Now, former Fire Emblems are chock-a-block full of Lollybait, and it's uncomfortable. Three Houses, I mean, there's arguable Lollybait, but like post-time skip, Lysithea does feel fully like an adult, and Annette feels mostly like an adult. It's tough to say. Edelgard never feels like a kid, even though she's teensy. She just feels like a scary, tiny woman. We love that for her. She's just teensy and terrifying and has super strength. Meanwhile, One Piece has adults with children with adult bodies. Yeah. You turn 16 in One Piece and your body just does that. You got a dip? Goodbye, Eleni. Okay, how does this look without? Let's flip it. It's not terrible. It's a bit compressed in an awkward way. The Teleus games don't do lollies? That's true! I mean, wait, Trainix. They do explicitly have Micaiah, who does explicitly look like she's 15, even though she's 27. They don't sexualize her, but she does have a romantic ending with the boy she raised as his mom because she ages slowly, but now he looks older than her. So, like, that is fucking weird. There's also Tiny, Descendant of the Emperor, voice of God or whatever. I've seen people sexualize her, but I don't think that's the game's fault. I don't think they do a lot to her. JD Colors, yes, the Teleus games have a woman who looks 16 or 15, is 27 and has a potential romantic ending with a boy that she raised because she found him as an orphan when she was like 19, looked 13, and now he has gone from the little boy she saved from being an orphan to like an adult 23-year-old man. She's half of a magical race, so she ages, but just slightly slower, which is why she looks like 15, but is 27. It's that weird, I'm a lot older than I look, and you're like, oh my god, are you 1,000? They're not, yeah, Micaiah isn't sexualized in the game, does help. Micaiah is never sexualized, it's just weird. Am I a big fan of this franchise? Yeah, you don't like problematic things? Come on, get over it. Get on program with the dark romance girlies and understand you can like things that you understand there are real problems with. I mean, not a critic. That one is weird in so many ways, but you have to also remember he was never, like, a real person either. That's so weird and horrible. Why didn't they age her up more, like 50? Because she's 20. Because her being who she is needed to fit in the timeline very precisely for a plot reveal. Micaiah needed to be the exact age she was for the plot of Tellius to work, and Tellius is the very, very best story in Fire Emblem. Like, you genuinely could change very little of its major characters and not ruin it. It is a precisely measured story, including the timeline of its characters. Micaiah needs to be 27 for it to work. Tragically, that is how it is. This skull structure is really off. Ugh. Otherwise, we wouldn't like One Piece. Yeah, if you like One Piece, you have to understand that it's okay for things to have problems and you should just acknowledge them and be okay with it. Look, and Tellius and Three Houses are two of the least problematic things. Then don't pair her up with a guy? Yeah, you don't have to. It's an optional ending. You could just not have that be her epilogue. Makes you feel better, Jay. That game also has a gay main character, and they kept it secret from the censors to get it by hiding it behind so many optional actions that none of the censorship reviewers could find out Ike was gay. Do you feel better about the devs now? Because that's pretty based? Make her a little skinnier. More pose reference set? For what it's worth, I am liking this pose a lot. So they're going to have to be really good to get me to change my mind when I test them. Actually, instead of grabbing her dress, grabbing the axe like this sounds really cute. All right. All right, there we go. Or Roy? What about Ike? Wait. No, Ike is gay. I know shit all about Roy other than he's really bad as a unit. That works, but it would cover the pose. That's really cute. That's cute. I don't want to do her sitting is the issue. These are just really good models. Like, they're doing a great job with their poses. This one, I'm pretty sure they just have a pose in Three Houses that's like this. You're never happy about misogyny, but whatever, yay. Oh, come on. Be happy they made Ike gay. I think it's cool. They also had a lesbian thief. Yes, they had a lesbian thief named Heather who was incredibly gay. And unlike the lesbian character in a later game, she's not a creep who doesn't believe in consent and stalks her teammates even when they tell her that they're not interested. Fates is the most problematic game. If you want to be mad at any Fire Emblem, be mad at Fates, because it does a bunch of fucked up shit, and unlike Genealogy of the Holy War, it doesn't acknowledge how fucked up it is. Jay is correct also. This one might win. I actually liked the pose I did quite a bit, but this one's very cute. You do like problematic works. You just intentionally like messing with Kitsan, having to be normal without making a critique. Oh, okay. Fates, the best gameplay, the worst everything else. Yeah, Fates makes you briefly so happy because it's like, whoa, they made a cool womanizing lesbian that's super confident in her sexuality. That rules. And then she's a fucking creep who sexually harasses all the women in her team, and you go, oh no. Oh, fuck. Like, you want to like her so bad, and then she's, like, just a fucking pervert and a creep, and in a really real way that the game never punishes her for, where she, like, touches and stalks women without their consent and is like, oh, I'm just coming with you to protect you. It's really important. What if something bad happened to you? And it's like, no, girl, stop this. This is really fucking bad. You've been rereading Bleach and there's a creepy perv lesbian side character. Man. Yeah. I just... I wish the womanizing lesbian in Fates was cool. You know? Like, I think having a womanizing lesbian is awesome. I just wish she wasn't awful. She's a cute design. Okay. So Hilda actually has a thicker body than most of the girls in Three Houses. So I'm trying to find a balance between the fact that, like, she actually has thicker legs than most of the girls in her game, but Art Nouveau... Well, no, Art Nouveau has a lot of, like, Rubenesque women as well, I guess. It's kind of, like, either very willowy and thin or, like, notably thick. And Hilda's in a middle ground that I don't see a lot of reference for, where it's often either willowy or Rubenesque, and she's just, like, in between those two figures. As far as her leg thickness. Her arms are noodles, but, you know. Tellius is a creepily forward woman that gets dunked on by the protagonist's boyfriend. Yeah, dude, Nyla. Or are you thinking of someone else? Tellius has a lot of, like, sexually assertive women. Tellius had gay men on the writing team, and you can tell because half the women are written to be like Cher. The only issue with this is if I keep the lean forward that I wanted to do because it felt very Hilda, I can't show off the dress as well. That's tough. I could just get rid of the forward lean and make it more like the ref. You were thinking of Amy the shopkeep? Oh, I forgot about her. Yep, that's also great. Yeah, no, Three Houses and Tellius games, the Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance, are the least problematic Fire Emblems by a margin. They also have the best stories. What are my expectations? I'm trying not to. I'm so worried it's gonna be bad. It's dominating the internet. Everyone's so fucking excited. And if I am chomping for it. And if it's bad, I'll die. Oh, we do kind of need to do the straighter back, though, because otherwise we can't have her head tilted like this. But I really like this pose is the issue. We can just do a slightly straightened back, just not all the way. Slight lean forwards, basically. Understandable, but we love you. Please don't die. I'll try not to. Man, if the game is bad, I don't know how I'll handle it. I'll quit the streams that I'm doing. I'll be like, no, we're not playing through all of it. It doesn't deserve it. I'll be fucking obliterated. If you wanted a game full of incredibly hot people of color, boy howdy is Fortune's Weave the game for you. Okay. Refresh, focus, turn on my fan. No, I think I liked it better when it was leaned forwards. I don't know. If it's bad, play Persona instead. How fucking dare you, first of all? I have picked my problematic JRPG of choice, and it's the tactics game with pink women. Play Perona instead. If anybody hasn't watched the video essay and is questioning if Fire Emblem's cool, just fucking watch it, dog. It's good. Like, you can play several franchises. First of all, how dare you? Okay. This needs to be lower because her neck is sticking out further. Reminds me, you need to check if you can hype again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the video's kind of dead in the water until I make some shorts. I don't know. Hear me out on something. Hear me out on something, right? As an enjoyer of Twitter and Tumblr and friends, can I just say to all the Persona players that actually a big selling point of Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I don't know if anyone else feels this way, this woman right here, pre-time skip Hilda, right? In her younger form, still 19 years old. I see designs that look like cute adult women from Persona, and then I find out they're like 16. Troubling. It's troubling. I don't know if anybody else feels this, but to me, that's a bonus. Oh, I understand. This plane is off. I like to see the hot women and go, oh, that's an adult. And then post-time skip where she looks better. As long as you're not parasocial about Persona, it's fine. But you guess I win? Okay, guys, we have two options for poses. Should we try a third or settle on one of them? We have this one and this one. You know what? I thought oh god, I like both of them. That's the problem. I really thought one of them would be like a clear winner, but I really like both. Oh, fuck, man. That's really tough. I thought one of them would be way better. I was like, this one's awesome. And then I turned this one back on and was like, wait, that's really good too. Fuck. I actually ended up making a good pose eventually. Flip a coin? Oh, dog. You know your pain now? Yeah, dude. CN, like, do you agree? Like, I feel like both of these are actually really nice. Fuck. God damn it. Do both? I'm not drawing two Hildas. I guess I could do one pre-time skip, one post-time skip, but I'm not... Fuck, man. I can't do... These already take so fucking long. Left? Alright. Alright. Sienna said left, so we're gonna do left. Wait, the first one's not a copy of the reference. The second one's a copy of the reference. Teal? Alright, teal it is. Well, it's not teal anymore because I control Z'd, but yeah. Which one's better for what's around her? That's really tough. I think this one, which is why I'm leaning with CN here. I think the other one won't sell the structures around her as well as this does. I guess I should probably actually add her tits, though, because they are, like, a sizable part of her design. Like I said, probably straight up F-cups. Lady, even stretched out like this, because the skin gets stretched in this pose, they'd still be fucking massive. Save the other pose for future thing? Yeah, it's always usable. That's the thing in art, is everything you do is usable in the future. Even if you never use it, it taught you something, and that's always worthwhile. Can I say my one thing That's a complaint I have about the art direction of Three Houses. Okay? Okay? I'm gonna show you what I mean. Once you see it, you're gonna see it everywhere. Once I point it out, you see it everywhere now. You ready to be cursed with knowledge? Every female character with big tits in the Three Houses art style, the boobs are too high up. They need to be like an inch lower. They start like right at the fucking collarbone. And I can't unsee it. Every time any woman in the Three Houses art direction has big tits, they start at the fucking collarbone instead of an inch or two below it. It's insane. The boobs don't grow out of the collarbone usually. Only a few women. I mean, okay, actually, here's a problem I've realized. Whatever genetics cause your boobs to start really high up is more common in Japan, I've noticed, than the rest of the world. So maybe they just think everybody's like that. But most ethnic groups have boobs that start lower down than that. And every time I look at any of the hot women from Three Houses, I have to see that their boobs start like an inch or two too high. And it's just weird when the art is so good otherwise. Also, keep an eye out for that. If you look online, you'll notice, for whatever reason, when you see like hot girls thirst posting, if they're from Japan, their boobs do tend to actually start a little higher on the chest than other ethnic groups, and I don't fucking know why. It's a weird common thing. They start at your armpit. These look like they start at the collarbone. I mean, the plate, the pectoral muscle starts here and from the collarbone and from the sternum. And then the breast tissue usually starts to emerge out of that around here more noticeably. But all of the women in the Three Houses art style with big tits usually looks like they start growing out with the muscle right from the collarbone. Also, two ways muscles anchor tits to the torso, the kind that are higher and meet in the middle, and the wider set ones that are usually lower. Oh, interesting. I hadn't really thought about that part of it. Yeah. All right. All right. Okay. Let's start with an outfit design. This is going to be very complicated. Oh. I know I'm doing it in the wrong order, probably, but I'm having fun. Sorry, I get anxious when I get a bunch of messages that something's wrong. Nope. You think it's beauty standards? They have higher chests usually means a woman's younger. It's so high, though. It's so fucking high. Just like an inch or two. Just like an inch or two lower. All right. All right. Let's see what we can accomplish. Post time skip Hilda. Not that one. That's the wrong time skip. Here's our girl. She's still got her little hair strandies. Little jacket thing. Got face references. Okay. Which of these do I like? I do love the little simple dress we found earlier. I think it's a good starting point. And then we're going to add extravagancies based off the other ones. Although she always shows cleavage, I think. So I think we should... Oh, this isn't the post-time skip. This is the Three Hopes outfit. It's just in a better art style. Where is her post-time skip? Oh, right. Her post-time skip's over here. They're just similar. Also has some form of cleavage. I like the lace on the neck. Is there anything we can use from these that has the three from the Love Nikki that the lace on the neck can be worked with? What Fire Emblem game would I want a direct sequel? Dude, it's always Three Houses. I want more Three Houses forever, dude. Give me that forever. Red-haired Asuna? Okay, fine. We'll look at one more Love Nikki. Probably more. What is love? Oh, come on. Come on. That is lace on the neck. It's similar to where men beauty standards to statues, just men stuck tits over the pecs. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. This is pretty helpful, actually. What the fuck is Love Nikki? Like, what the fuck is Love Nikki, actually? think I'm definitely using her post-time skip look as the biggest bulk of the reference. Because that's the one I liked the most, but we can rely on the other ones for extra details and things to reference. Sweet superstar? Fine. One more! Oh, this is really good, actually. This one's really helpful. This one's really, really helpful. Okay. Right. Whoops. I try to not zoom in while I'm streaming for you guys, but how strong is Hilda? Would she lose to adult Zuko or Toph? Yes. They have magical powers, and she's just a strong woman with a magical axe. I think she could outbench them, actually, though. No, wait. Everyone has super strength in Avatar. They can chop through steel. Never mind. Okay. Let's see how we do this. I kind of want to keep this lace mostly the same, maybe with some augmentation. So I really like the lace around the neck. It feels like iconically Hilda, and like it's not something I've seen elsewhere. And I like how it gives room for the boobs to transition into the pectoral muscles. I think that's really good. Okay. These little sleeveys are so cute. I'm so bad at lace, man. I really want to get better at it. So hopefully as we go into the lining, I can get this a bit better, but we're just going for simple right now. What do we have here from the other Love Nikki? No, you're not helpful right now. Are you? Yes. Yes, you are. Okay. Don't worry, my brain is just in a synthesis mode. I'm going to fuse this having lace right here. This having its slashes with the idea of this gown having it split. Okay. Outbench Zuko? No, because they're insane. Actually, what's the craziest feat in the Fire Emblem series? It's not really a series about super strength, but Dimitri, who is stupidly strong, apparently his crest makes him so strong that people saw him casually lift a horse over his head with one hand at one point, just because, like, he needed to move the horse for something. So Dimitri is that level of strong, and Hilda, strength-wise, is like 2/3 of a Dimitri. So she's very, very strong because she has a magical bloodline that gives her super strength. Don't you have dragons in this series? Yeah, but like, I mean, that feels like cheating. Like, who's really strong? The lady who turns into a giant dragon. You're welcome. But it's a series about war. It's not about individual strong people as much as it's about war and consequences. It's less shonen, more Gundam. You know? Is horse strength the max? Yeah, it's less shonen, more Gundam. Avatar The Last Airbender was about war? Yeah, but like, I don't know, man. It's just not a series for power scalers. Power scalers don't like Fire Emblem. The superpowers are like impressive if you don't compare them to other fictional worlds. They're not impressive compared to other fiction. Okay, but is a giant dragon the biggest dragon? It is a giant dragon, the biggest dragon. Even though the size depend on the wheel. Wait. It depends on the person. Some of them turn into giant dragons. Some of them just turn into, like, you know, pretty big dragon. Every Fire Emblem's different. The dragons in the Tellius games are only like 9 feet tall. That is nice. That is worth considering. I like that cushion. I can get a Loki reference because Mel crashed out over it. Oh, because it's the biggest dragon? Well, Mel, have you considered chilling? Okay, what do we have that we can use as a reference help with the lace gloves? I like this already. I like the bare shoulders. It feels very Hilda. Ooh, what is a choker that we can use as reference? Oh, this one. There we go. That's really cute. Nice empty space here. Okay. Lace gloves. These are pretty cute. Does that feel right? Yeah, that kind of does. Ooh, wait, these ones. Clown Girl has gloves. Why did she crash out? Then 2 more inspos. I'm being spammed. I'm being spammed. Okay, well, let me take a look. Do you help? They might help for later parts. I don't think I can use them for this part. Oh, wow. These are so pretty, though. Look, he's the biggest dragon. Get over it, Mel. There's no dragon bigger than Loki, and there never will be. Okay. Let me think about this. You can tell while it takes ages. I can. I do love conflating elements from different outfits. It makes me very happy. I love composite reference. I'm so psyched to see what you've come up with. I'm going to take a look at your progress after before I jog. I'm so psyched to see what you've come up with for mixing Elle's battle gown. Can I just say, Edelgard's battle gown might be one of my favorite designs in fiction. I know not everybody likes it, and that's because other people have really bad taste sometimes. But I genuinely think Edelgard's battle gown is one of the coolest designs in all of fiction, and I'm not joking. So seeing how you mix that with all these Love Nikki, lacy-ass inspirations is actually thrilling. So what I'm doing here, a lot of the reference I found for Art Nouveau, hands clutching with a lot of force to look like they have strength, was so common. And using the hands and their really aggressive gesture as a force of focus. You're literally starting to sketch out the background right now, then the pose, hell yeah. I tend to do everything in chunks. Like I said, I'm not going to copy your method. I'm only going to be trying to imitate the results with my own method and what works for me. Yeah, no. Snoll is right. Clearly, if a Tontata ate it, they'd be a 1.01 kilometer length dragon. I don't know. Mel's had a lot of bad takes lately, like Usopp won't have the hammer. I don't know if Mel's awake, but if she is, someone should hassle her to come fight me on stream right now while I draw pretty pink ladies. Okay. Let's see. God, I'm so fucking bad at drawing lace. I hope I learned through this exercise. Like, I hope by looking at how Cien does it, I piece something together. Because I really want to get better at lace and fabric. I've done a lot of studies about it, but, like, it hasn't been sticking in my head properly. I think to the point that you need to recreate 2 of the fruit to make it incorrect, it makes sense that that's the mythical reputation of a fruit. It's not like they said, yeah, the fact of this fruit for sure is it makes you the biggest dragon. It's like legend says it makes you the biggest dragon. So of course, if you make a secondary copy of it, one of the people who eats it won't have the biggest fruit. You've gone out of your way to replicate a legendary thing there was only meant to be one of. That fucking doesn't invalidate it. Ugh. Still mad about her gay smoker take? Smoker being gay, I see more and more. I'm sorry, I'm starting to... that one, I feel, actually. Sometimes Mel's right. Okay, post-time skip Hilda. We do love a good corset, don't we? We'll bind her stomach a bit tighter. Ooh, I love this. Okay. Okay. Go on board with Oliver and tell Gabe Brooke. Look! Who got validated is all I'm saying. This motherfucker. Whenever people come to me like Mel's always right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, is Mel always right? Or is Brooke bi for sure and Drock's a hero? You should collab with Mel again? I don't know. I'm worried I annoy her. I'm really worried I annoy Mel. And I don't know, man. I'm going to give her a free pass to invade my stream when I'm binging Fire Emblem, though. I'm giving that pass to a few people, including just people I don't know, to be like, hey, Shady Penguin, you like Fire Emblem, you're invited. Hey, Alpharad, I know you're incredibly popular and you don't know who I am, but hear me out on this. I'm going to make the essay for No, you're wrong, Jay. It didn't. It never did. Don't believe Mel's lies. Hey, Alpharad, I'm going to make the video essay about Fortune's Weave, and I know you love Three Houses. How about you have a free pass to invade my stream and give me your thoughts so that your thoughts get included in the video essay about the game? And then he won't show up, but it's funny. Trey? First of all, how dare you? No, I think Smoker's gay. I think Mel was right about that one. I think Smoker's right about that one. Rogers Base loves Fire Emblem. He'll get an invite too. I'm giving people invasion and invites. What kind of charm? Let's see. You have a normal buckle here, but I think I like these charms they do better. Oh, right. I can use my document. We use a Lysithia symbol. I really do like the symbologies here. Wait. We'll do the silly, like, fleur-de-lis replicating shape that so many characters use. And then I really like these gold chains coming out that this lady has. I feel like Hilda absolutely would. Okay. Oh, yeah. And she has gold buttons in one of her outfits. So we can use that to be doing what this lady does over here in the pink. What's funny, I love when you can find an outfit design you can make that makes boobs look even bigger than you've drawn them. Like, the way this frames her chest makes them look even bigger. I think Emu is gay or an incel. These are exclusive, by the way, one or the other. You can be a gay incel, though. Why not? Emu strikes me as bisexual. Disaster bi. These outfits are very cute. Okay. We need room for empty space here. Dude, you know what Fire Emblem 3 Houses character would be great for this style is Dorothea. If Law was a cutting tool, he'd be called Trafalgar Saw. What makes Smoker seem gay? Vibes. I'm sorry, there's vibes. Smoker seems... you know what it is? The respect he treats his female coworkers with. He talks down to his female coworkers in the way he talks down to his male coworkers. That's not, straight men are so bad at that. They're usually either suck-ups and insecure about talking down to their female coworkers, or they're absolute assholes about it who are really demeaning and patronizing. He talks to them like people he hates instead of people he has bigotries and complexes around. The way he talks smack about Hina, that to me, that's the way gay men talk shit about their female coworkers. It's very different than how straight men do it. That's why you hate One Piece live action, Smoker. Raffle gay law? I think Trafalgar Law is bi for sure. I think he's bi, but he's picky about men. I think he's a slut with women and picky about men. That's the vibe I get. Smoker and Hina are besties? No, they're besties, but think about the way he talks shit about her when he disagrees with her. It's in a way that is so respectful that he just tells her she's being a dumbass really directly. Straight men really struggle to do that with women because they're either weird and hateful about them or they're weird and have complexes. Yeah, how besties do. Exactly. What I'm saying is it's gay besties vibe. Yeah. Unlike the way straight men talk shit about women, which either feels like they can't go through with it, how I do it, or how a lot of straight men do, where it just feels hateful. His vibe comes off as autistic. Hot take, gay men can be autistic, but I disagree. I actually think he strikes me as fairly neurotypical. Were I being modded for saying gay? This is homophobia. I'm sorry, I'm drawing. I can't manage the thing right now. Okay, we can't do any of the asymmetrical details because Hilda has incredibly symmetrical outfits. Hey guys, can we all agree? This part, this tummy, this like tummy into pelvis part, the way it shows up in skirts is incredible. Best shape. Best shape on planet Earth. Okay, what do we have for how a little gown can look? Short gown. Ooh, wow, this is perfect. That's gonna be so hard to make work. Okay, what do we have here? Peek behind the curtain. Before I realized, give her an asymmetrical belt. I mean, that is the only asymmetry on her. That makes sense. But she has the corset already, but I guess we can partially cover it the way that a regular outfit does. I'll need to look at the references for like what I want to do with the belt. Oh, the problem is if the belt is asymmetrical that way, it actually looks straight. We'd have to slant it a little bit more. I want to be able to see the corset is also the problem. Oh, wait. Let's go. I'm going to do an energy layer. So energy layers are a thing I do where I use my layer I did for gesture and make a layer to add energy on something underneath it. Or accessories only on one side of the waist. Yeah, I have a plan. I think I like belt. And we're going to have the belt convey between the two sides of this extra skirt layer. Move the belt to the other side. You're a lunatic. You're a lunatic, McCannon. You're a loose cannon. I do like that, actually. That's pretty cute. And it lets us curve it around her hips more. Oh, when we get to the inking, I'm going to need to zoom in, by the way. That'll be next week, and it will be more boring because we'll be zoomed in. Oh, yeah, her skirt is asymmetrical. It's only her other outfits that are super symmetrical, so we can go a little bit crazy with it. Okay. CN, Now it looks like she has a huge bulge. No, it won't. Don't worry. We're getting there. We're getting there. See, and I don't know if you are too proud for this, but if this doesn't turn out like shit, which is an absolute possibility, because I dropped the ball 100% trying to imitate Oki's style, and I might do the same again. I don't know what it is. The only place I believe in gender-based true differences between men and women is there are certain art styles that men and women struggle to recreate in each other. And I don't know how. But if it doesn't turn out like shit, if you wanted to add this to what you sold, you wouldn't have to give me a cut or anything. I will just give this to you. I don't really need the money from it. This is like, if it ends up good, it'll only be good because I copied your art style, and it would be a way of paying you back for all of the, like, free shit you send me. If you feel too proud to do that, I don't know, give me like 3%. That's only if it turns out really good, though. Because I don't want you to make your store look worse by including something I did if it's not good. Also, add another belt to the waist, but on the other side and make it smaller. Okay. Okay. And 3 houses has a lot of heart imagery, so we can add that in as the buckle. We're not allowed to sell other people's art? Oh, fuck. But really? Even if I've given you permission? That fucking sucks. Bullshit ass shit. All right. Well, if you make an Etsy, you can sell it. You can do your own version of it. That is true. But that's a bunch of work for you. I was hoping to save you effort and just do something with it, because I'm not going to be able to do anything with this when I'm done with it, right? Like, you could actually use it for a practical purpose. I don't do that. I don't like selling prints. I don't like going to cons. I don't want to do any of that. So it's just going to be like sitting on the Patreon. Okay. Well, if I can figure out a way to do something with it to help you as thanks, I will. Otherwise, I don't know. It'll be on the Patreon. This feels wrong. God, I don't know how to do fabric like this. Okay, think. It does this shape. That means it's curling around to here. Oh, we just make it partially transparent, maybe? That's gonna make the line art awful, though. So no. Ugh. You should not redraw this. I mean, like, I guess if you wanted to, you could, but you shouldn't have to do that. I just wanted to do something as thanks. Okay, what do we do here? All right. Man, I do really like how this is looking so far. We have this clasped on here. Ooh, let's add a coin, because she has coins clasping her outfit together in this one. All right, I think we're going to go far enough that we get the full sketch done of her, and then we're going to go for today. Okay, the mini skirt here is going to be in these little pleats based off of this girl. Because she has little pleaties that I like for a mini gown. Man, I fucking love this game. I'm so excited for the new one. I'm trying to not have expectations and just, like, let it linger in my mind and not think about it. But, like, man, I'm so stoked. Okay, Rogers Base. Does anyone else know other YouTubers I should reach out to and be like, hey, if you like 3 houses, I'm doing this and you can have a full invite. You've starved yourself enough? Have fun? Well, yeah, you should eat. How mean would it be to do a delete your art? I'm going to tell you, I have to say, I'm not turning it off. Delete your art won't work right now because this is special. This is special gift art. Man. We need to leave some space to be open. I really like these garters. It feels like it fits her style very well. Okay, there needs to be also, remember, a bunch of space needs to feel open and a bunch of space needs to feel closed, because Art Nouveau is that contrast between areas of detail and areas of undetail. I mean, Jello Apocalypse, but you feel like your vibes might not mix well? Dude, he doesn't like Three Houses. He hates it. But I could invite him and be like, hey, dog, I really liked your Let's Play of the Tellius games, and I defend you against my fan base who hates you. Do you want to come on and tell me why Three Houses and this game are bad so that the negative opinion gets to be represented? I don't dislike Jello Apocalypse. I think he's arrogant, but I think in a way when your content is about your opinion, you have to be arrogant because people don't care about your opinion if you don't believe in it strongly. It's why I come across as arrogant a lot of the time when I'm doing like really opinion-based content. I'll do whatever I want. Y'all can't stop me from reaching out to Jello Apocalypse and giving him a free invite. I'll take an aggro. Epiphet erased. Okay, well, I don't know who that is. Hilda doesn't do a lot of flower. Oh, we have to use the little runes on her dress in this dress because they're so fucking cute. I don't know why she has magical runes on her gown, but she does. The little what? She has little runes, R-U-N-E-S, on the bottom of her dress that I want to use. Look at them. You can see them right there. You guys might not be able to see it because you're on mobile or whatever. I'm going to struggle to ink this. I'm so bad with frills and lace, but I really want to get better, so I'm including a lot of it here to... Did I just say runes? Yes, she has runes on her gown. Look, there's little like talisman symbols on Hilda's gown post time skip at the bottom tail of the dress. I'm not getting the chat. I don't know what the joke is. I don't know what rune I did. Oh, fucking shit. I got the joke. Fuck off. Did get it. Motherfucker, I wish I didn't get it. But I did now. God fucking damn it, chat. Just walking into jokes now. I can't say any word that is a homophone, a rhyme, a slightly similar word. Rune. Fucking. Rune. Come on. Okay. Y'all need to realize something about YouTubers, okay? This is something, the second I started to think about content creation, I leaned into believing hard. It is people who are going out of their way to share opinions and put work in, and the people who put opinions out there that go against the grain, as long as you feel as though they aren't doing it just to be controversial, which I think you would agree Jello Apocalypse isn't. He genuinely has those dog shit takes. I think that is inherently deserving of extra respect, because going against what people believe instead of just trying to get clicks off of, like, fulfilling everybody's wishes for their media is baller. Too much content is just trying to recycle the same views. You know what? I think H-Bomber Guy is a fucking dumbass for thinking Dark Souls 2 is a good game. And I respect the shit out of him for saying it. Because I think the people who actually go against what's said, you know, me saying it's good writing that Dimitri's story barely touches on Fire Emblem, I think I'm more baller for saying it. Because it gets shit on all the time, but it's not how I think. I believe in my heart that there should be respect for people who share their dog shit earnest opinion, and it's not clickbait, they just want to share what they think is true. God bless Jello Man and his opinions I hate. Yeah, it's awful. His video about One Piece misses the entire point. I think it's dumb. And you know what? I think it's earnest, and it had a lot of work put into it, and that's awesome. You know what the most uncomfortable part about talking to Jello Apocalypse would be, honestly? It's that he's so much taller than me. You know, I'm a tall guy. I get to be the big dude. That dude outclasses my size like he's Greg fucking Davis. By the way, can you believe Greg Davis's name isn't pronounced Greg Davies? What the fuck is up with that, right? I can think his opinion is dumb and that he's a jackass and think that he's way better for sharing opinions that are dumb and jackassy than he would be for sharing opinions that everybody agrees with. You don't have bad takes? But do you have takes that are generally disagreed with? Like, my take that Dimitri's story is made better for not teaching you anything about the plot is a generally disagreed with take. I think I'm right, though. You know what else? The other take? Y'all are too weak for it. Y'all are too weak for the incredibly important take that I'm right about, that you would fucking... You'd get bored of Breath of the Wild within 30 minutes if it wasn't for durability. The constant hunt for new tools made the game better and made every chest rewarding, where every other RPG, you stopped feeling rewarded by random chests within the first hour. The weapon durability is why the game is good, and everyone's too weak to understand that. The One Piece video can be as rough as it wants, and he's still braver for having made it. Even if he's wrong as shit. I stand by these principles. I'm a principled man. That Breath of the Wild take is generally accepted nowadays, and you agree? And I've been saying it for years. For years, I've been saying it. Since the game came out, I've been saying, stop complaining about weapon durability. It's why the game is good. And everyone's like, and I go, fuck off. I have to change this arm, I'm realizing. Okay. Oh, there should be lace on the end. Which sucks for me. God damn. All right. Dude, I love mimicking people's styles. This fusion is fun. Now, granted, at this point, I'm less mimicking CN style, but in the line art, I'm going to be tracing over my own drawing, which is very much in my style, very differently than it looks right now. It's also why I'm sketching very roughly, so that when I translate it into CN style in the inking, it feels easier to convert. big ol' axe. We're going to do this in just structures so that it fits with the line art. This piece is metal. The blade curves out and back. Is it okay if the weapons go outside the frame, or does everything need to be tucked in? Like, can we have the screen break where they go, like, out to the edge of the picture, or is that bad for printables? Because I can lift her arm a little up, if need be, to get this axe higher. It's just a very large weapon is all. I think it actually needs to be a little higher in general. I don't think the shaft is quite so long. Okay. Oh, Frida, cool. It also might be a little too big. What's the full list of people I'm going to reach out to? Well, you've got people I know, like Mel, who I'm just inviting so that Mel can hang out. Some of my friends. Character and all the stuff within the frame, understandable. Have a nice day. I'm going to invite some just friends from real life. I'm going to invite Mel. I'm going to invite Goofy. Hey, does anyone know if the good old Tech King? Whoa. Does anyone know if Tech King likes a fire emblem? Any knowledge here about that? Okay. You don't think so? Fuck. Author Man? Yeah, Motley will be invited. My wife will be invited. My ex who I'm friends with. My friend Travis. My friend Tristan. My friend Tristan. My friend Kristen. You probably won't see them show up, but they'll be invited. No, this would be lower still. Okay, we're fine. The shaft is way shorter than I was remembering. Elon Musk? I think not, maybe. How many Tristans do I have? 2 at the moment. Working on a 3rd. I also have a Kristen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5. I'm just going to do the basic shape of Frida Cool, and I'll figure it out in the inks. I just really want to get the structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Because the actual thing is complicated, and I really only want to think about it once. Okay, Tristan Tate. How about no? Look, I'll be real. 90% of the big YouTubers I plan to reach out to, no chance they'll show up. I just think it's funny to send the invite. Shady Penguin. Shady Penguin, huge, huge fan of Fire Emblem. You know? Why not? You might say, who is that? Well, he just does, like, Pokemon videos that I like. This axe looks bad. I'm going to have to fix this a lot when we do the line art. Okay. Again, right now, this is not very CN style. I'm going to be doing significant work redrawing this in the inking layer. It's just copying someone's style in the sketch is actually way harder. You missed the shits you don't take? Okay. H-Bomber guy for no reason. That's funny. You literally draw like that. Don't worry. I refuse to believe your sketches look like this. Fuck, I forgot to save a time lapse. This would have been such a... Fuck it, we're starting now. We're starting a time lapse now. It would be such a good time lapse. I usually never do a clean sketch. I like to go right from this to inking unless we're going sicko crazy mode. Sometimes I do a clean sketch. Usually I'm not patient enough. A-Def and Annie Austin? Dude, I love Annie Austin, though. Dude, I'm such a big Annie Austin fan. I've been an Annie Austin head since the man had, like, 20,000 subs, and I'm not joking. I got in ground floor of Annie Austin. When I saw one of his videos get a fuck ton of views, I was shocked, because I was like, wait, you don't have that many subs? And I looked, and I was like, what the fuck happened? I do like A-Def. No, Goofy's invited. I've spoken with him before, so he gets the special. Wait. No, I super fucked up. One of the spikes needs to go down towards the shaft. What am I doing? Oh, wait, that's this one. Ugh, right. This is the back half of the axe. This silhouette is way too complicated for Art Nouveau is the issue, but I really like it. It's so lively. I think I might shrink it down slightly. I think I'm gonna, for sure, shrink it down slightly. Super Mario Sunshine was your first exposure? Census was your first exposure? I think mine was one of the censuses just before that for A-Def, or for Annie Austin. Okay. You know what? I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to do something real quick because I think it's funny. Do you have a normal outfit in this fucking game? You don't? Oh my god, they haven't done your post-time skip outfit. Invite Brennan? Fucking, why not? The man just had a kid. I don't think he's showing up. Granted, fucking Shady Penguin just had a kid, and I'm inviting him because it's a funny bit. Fuck it, man. You just sent how you make some sketches? Everybody's sketches are neater than mine. Like, I just know that. Like, it gets messy, but, like, what I'm saying is, I've never met somebody who does messier sketches than me. I've got a workflow that the average mind would call mentally ill, and they'd be correct. What was I doing again? Oh, right. I was grabbing funny reference. Oh, right. Wrong person. Yeah, but you didn't do the software 2.0. No. This is how I do everything. This is all I do. This is my sketch layer every time. Yeah, well, no, when you say Brennan, I know who you mean is the thing, yeah. You can just say Brennan and I'll know who Brennan is. Yeah, Trey Nix, you clearly know who Brennan is, so it wasn't needed. You just wanted to be sure? Exactly. And you didn't have to be. And that's the point. Okay. I am always curious. So I'm going to bring up a bunch of the very good, cute girls from this game. And I am curious who CN thinks they would like the most. And if just on instinct, CN thinks I picked the best character to be the character I think CN will like the most. Now, let me bring them all up. It's going to take a second. Oh shit. I didn't get every girl, but I got the like most popular by far. Oh, why is... Okay. Okay. Cien? Pink-haired goth girl is always right. She's goth in aesthetic, but less in vibe. She's like girl Tom Sawyer in vibe. Cien, do you think any of these girls compete? Hilda's someone you want to be like, first girl you'd want to date? So the first girl only has one gay romance in the game, and it's these two together, and it's one of the cutest in the fucking game. They're incredible. My favorite ship right here. Other than maybe this girl and Hilda are really cute also. Okay. Slightly shrink down the shoulders and chest. Okay. The rightmost? You date Hancock, but you want to be Perona? Wait, are their boobs so high so their chests can appear in the little pop-up? No way. No, that's coincidence. That's coincidence for sure. See? One Piece? By having variety in boobs, the boobs matter. We actually care about them. If they're all gigantic water balloons, I stop caring entirely. Hey. Let's see. Let me see. Got the thumb coming up this way. I'm so excited to see which girlies I form a weird video game crush on in the new game. Because it's a new Three Houses game. There's gonna be one of them, right? I doubt any of them are gonna get me the way Edelgard does. She's special. I'm not prone to that kind of, wow, I love this character. Like, it doesn't happen to me very often. So I just don't see that happening. But there's probably going to be a few, like Goldmary was in Engage, where I'm like, oh yeah, she's really hot. Like, I don't need to be obsessed with a character to be like, oh my god, wow. Edelgard just gets me on a deep level, man. We love an evil queen with a cause. Okay, let's do our best. This is where I need to start actually looking at Cien's style, because faces are very significant. So we need to conflate these three faces, this character, and also this. Okay, Perona, cheer me on. I think I'm going to zoom in. I think I can't do this one. Wait, but then I can't see the reference. We're zooming out. We're doing it raw. We'll zoom in like a little bit. We're zooming in just a little bit. A little bit. Okay, team. You should start with keystone shapes. A common failing point for art is to start with the eye. Eyes are not structural. Their structure is determined by shapes around them. If a nose slopes in heavily, that means it is almost a horizontal line at the brow ridge, especially since Hilda has a very strong brow ridge by the standards of characters of Three Houses, meaning as a real woman, she would have a very strong brow ridge. At this angle, her bangs would be very feathered and lifted up because they connect from here. Any more reference for how feathered bangs would look in our girl's style? Okay, it's an older one, so it's... There we go, Kiki's newer. Okay. Casa's, or Nisa's newer, that's helpful. Okay. It's gonna be more strandies than I would do. So instead of these chunks, it's going to be a lot of little strandies to look like Cien's art. Okay. Brow ridge. Into eyebrows. How do we do eyebrows? A little bit thicker than the anime art style. Keep it in line. Is this in line? These are not synced with each other. I need to fix. It's okay. I have so many of your picks for reference, CN. I just have to look through the box. Okay. What do we do for expression? I think something like this. What a good pose that is. Okay. Slightly outturned eyes. This art style. I feel like CN's eyes might actually be the closest here to what we're looking for. They're not exact, but they're very close in shape. Your eyes are actually very, very close in shape to Hilda's. Okay. CN draws eyes the tiniest bit larger than normal natural eyes. Like a tiny, tiny bit. That works because, or that makes sense because Art Nouveau tends to be mostly realistic, but the tiniest bit exaggerated. Interesting. Oh, right. Fern is great reference. Although her bangs are a little choppier than Fern's, but we should have some more hard lines because she's in between. So we'll do some areas with these harder lines and some where it's feathered. That looks prettier. That looks really pretty. Okay. Yeah, your eyes are so much the same shape as hers. That's crazy. Thank you for suggesting yourself as a reference. It's actually good. Plus you're drawing anime girls, so larger eyes is good. Yes. Guys, I understand that we all love our Robin ships, but I'm sorry. Who's the one man she's called handsome and compliments regularly and isn't disgusted by? My girl doesn't play. She doesn't flirt by insulting men. My girl doesn't play. You think my girl's so childish that she's out here flirting by demeaning a man and insulting him and calling him gross? You think that's how she flirts? No, my girl doesn't do that. There's one man she compliments and calls handsome is Big Man Fish Boy. Y'all ignore that she's like, wow, Jinbei, you're so handsome and dependable. Wow, Jinbei. Jinbei for the way. Yeah, exactly, dog. Why do you think she's a fucking 12-year-old girl whose only way of flirting is calling a man disgusting? No, she genuinely feels that way. She thinks Frankie's embarrassing to be around. She finds his presence demeaning. She'd rather walk than go in his goddamn Tonka truck tank. Wait, are you trying to use Louvre as a rhyme for room? Hey. It's not annoyance to lovers. She just finds him annoying and embarrassing. There are characters that I love and enemies or rivals or to lovers or whatever. It's not those two. Structure is weak here. I made the face structure too wide. That's why. The sketch, the frame was too wide. So we got to bring it narrower. I'm so bad at face structure still. I practice it constantly and it's what I'm the worst at. Robin has 2+ hands. Frankie's her brother, exactly. Look, there are a lot of women that like a garish, loud, boisterous, overconfident man. It's not Robbo. They have the cutest dynamic? No, the cute dynamic is him going, hey, wanna hang out? And her going, you're gross and weird. Oh, Jinbei, you're so dependable and handsome. That's not a dynamic. That's she's not into him and is into Jinbei. If girls treat you like Robin treats Frankie, they're not into you. There we go. She likes a quiet, respectful, orderly, like, dignified man. That is not what Frankie is. Yeah, her type is big and emotionally mature. Yes, and he fits the boxes. He's big man. He's mature and responsible. To be fair, both those. No, emotionally mature is not Frankie. He expresses his emotions. He's secure in them. Whoa, Fury Chow here with the fucking chair from the top ropes. I gotta flip this. The structure's a little off, but it's not as bad as I worried. Dude, I'm so bad at face structure, and I've been practicing it constantly lately. So upsetting to have such a natural weakness that I can practice it all the time, and it's still my weakest spot. Okay. Okay. Jimmy's more calm, reserved. Yeah, dude. Frankie's gonna find a girl who actually loves a loud, overly cocky man. That's not Robin. He's in touch with his emotions. He's not emotionally mature. He measures out his feelings. He deals with them responsibly and communicatively. He understands decorum. He's respectful to the people around him. And Robin constantly compliments all of those traits while calling him handsome. What's the difference? One of them screams his emotions in public with no decorum or understanding of social graces, and one of them channels them into productive action that he carefully deals with in matters that social decorum has structured as proper. That is an incredibly large difference, and if you don't know the difference, I hate to break it to you, there's a lot of people who might be off-put by the way you interact with your feelings. Cultures have expectations for how and where you process your emotions. Maturity is understanding social decorum and how to use your emotions productively in a way that fits the decorum and expectations of where you are. Frankie can't read the room. Wait. Jay, weren't you on my side that she was into Jinbei? I thought you were on my team. When does Frankie not read the room? All the time. When he off-puts people all the time, and people around him go, what the fuck? God damn it, CN. He's over the top and over the top world? I'm sorry for saying that Robin has more chemistry with the man she constantly compliments and who fits her mentality and calls handsome than the man she is constantly disgusted by. You can love someone and be disgusted by them. That's like familial love. Ignore me if I do the thing where my face starts to morph to match the expressions I'm trying to draw. More chemistry, perhaps, is still into Frankie. You can say that. Yeah, as exemplified by every time that she's like, Frankie, don't you dare speak right now. Yeah, the deep attraction of going, Frankie, what the fuck? Don't talk like that, dumb bitch. Look, I love Frankie. I love Robin. That's not attraction. It's not chemistry. I mean, someone else brought up emotional maturity. I'm agreeing with it. But I do think, like, the ability to process your emotions in a way that fits your expectations for yourself and social expectations is emotional maturity, yes. I think being in touch with your emotions is good, but just accepting them running rampant over your life isn't emotional maturity or emotional, like, control. Robin does get reinforcing color spreads. Okay, yeah. Color spreads sometimes do. But so does Frimbe, so does Jobin. Jobin? Rimbe? I'm gonna be honest, they have worse names. The name combos aren't as cute. She has very pronounced eyelid bumps, huh? It is actually crazy how much Cien's face looks like Hilda. That's wild. Okay, I think I made the eyes. They're about the right size, actually. Should be a little bit rounder. Slightly smaller nose. And it needs to turn more dramatically because it has an upturn curve. Fun combo ship, who you like? I mean, I genuinely think Jinbei Robin is my go-to, like the one I believe the most. I like to imagine Usopp hooked up with Viola. Like, it's not love. Usopp wants to come back to Kaya, but, like, dog, they've been apart for... He doesn't know how many years he's going to be apart. I think he's expecting her to casually date. That's funny as hell, Cien. You should tell him my great evidence that Robin is clearly way more into Jinbei. She likes big men. She likes big, mature, respectful men with decorum and good temperament who can read the goddamn room. God fucking damn it. Frankie's a big man. He doesn't read the room at all. Frankie changes the room. Frankie is a domineering force of personality. That is not what she into. If you think Frankie's reading the room, I have terrible news about your ability to read the room. He's the life of the party. He's the guy who changes the conversation. Frankie's a great social actor, but it's not through decorum and temper. It's because he's fun. Oh yeah, Vivi and Nami's another ship that I like. I don't ship Zoro and Sanji at all, even though I think they're both either gay or bi. Frankie cannot read the room, isn't good. God damn it. I'm not reading your law joke, Snoll. I know you've typed it before. I'm not reading it out loud. His face is almost good, but not quite. He needs to be looking at us instead of looking up. This, I mean, it's pretty. It's just like, it's not quite there. Pretty good. Pretty good. I feel like Snoll is begging for a gifted sub today, you know? With all the mentions of ad hell. Okay, fair. He might be able to read the room, but reading the room and choosing to act against the tide and change the temperature in a social situation is still not like that's still not, that's the same result as if you didn't bother to like read, vibe check the room. Frankie's got rockstar personality. Jinbei has like responsible dad personality. Man, it sure is a shame that Cullen is gonna age at a rate that means him and Bonnie will never be an age where they could be in a relationship, because they could so bond over the brutal death of their dad. I haven't read the new chapter. I don't know if it looks like he's gonna escape. I'm not gonna read it until next week. Right now, I'm feeling like that man dead. I haven't looked at leaks. I don't know what's happening. I read the newest chapter. I haven't read leaks. That's what I meant. Oh, we gotta... Her earrings are so pretty. We gotta find a way to mix them with some of the reference. Next chapter comes out next week? Okay. Oh. Ooh, these are great inspiration. Oh, wait. The crest. Her crest. Where'd her crest go? Hilda, your crest... Okay. Okay, we can combine this with these earrings. Finding the ref as a close-up. Oh, I can see enough here. I know you guys can't see it as well as I can, but this is enough for me right now. Thoughts on God Valley being a movie? It depends on how they do it. If it's going to be reanimated in the anime instead of abridged in the anime, that's probably going to suck, because I am sick of the, here's the movie, but worse. We paid people to redo a movie, but bad. That always sucks. If it's just like it gets abridged to a simple version in the anime, and then the movie gets to like go really in depth, I think that's fucking awesome. Found and sent? All right. That is very pretty. Wait. Hey, question, CN, is this woman being used for Edelgard at all? Because I feel like it should, right? Like, this one feels very Edelgard coded to me. Okay, what do you have here? You have your little headbands. An altar in some ways. No, I don't like that one. That's close, but it's a little much. Another one. Ooh, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. We're going to use the thorn headband over here and make her little hearts that she has out of thorns. Oh, but she has it sitting further back on her head. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Very pronounced lips is part of the art style, so we gotta make them a little bit more stand out. Aha, I fucked up. I had a mouth that looked good, and I tried to add lips, and I fucked it up. Flip the canvas. Oh, this doesn't connect to the neck properly. That's what's wrong now. And the ear is slightly off base. That's better. That's more accurate. We're closer now. If the neck leaned back a little bit. There we go. Shoulders a little thin. Oh, we're getting it. We're getting closer. What is happening in chat? The chin shouldn't be this sharp. You're right. Just, ugh. Yeah, that's the art style. Although, Hilda's chin's not unpointy. It just should be a little bit rounded for the art style. That was just me trying to restructure the jaw, so I over-sharpened it. Your permission to ask an out-of-line question? I guess so. It depends how out of line. That makes me concerned, I guess. You tend to do a more realistic style. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I over-sharpened it because I was trying to get the construction correct, so I needed it to be simple geometry, and then I forgot to fix it. We'll go back to how that. You got modded? Good lord. What are you asking? I don't have the thing open to see. I know. Huh. Well, I opened my chat and it's not here. Holy shit. There's a Pokemon drop and gifting subs can give you a Great Ball? I don't know what that means. People should get a Great Ball. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I guess if my website wasn't open when you sent the message, I can't see stuff that got auto-modded. What do we do here? God, I love making designs out of mixing parts. I love composite references. It makes me so happy to work with them. I don't know why I'm adding like a veil here, but it just feels like it'll look cool, right? Like not really a veil, but like just lace coming out of the crown here. I think that looks good. Hey, let's see. If I could make a game, what would it be about Playlite? Guys, I had a stream where I was making a game, and the only reason I haven't gotten... Well, I wasn't going back to it because I couldn't draw, and now I'm feeling really anxious about the climate and kind of debating pushing myself into activism as a career, and it's making it hard to want to commit to something that would be like 3 to 5 years of dedicated, hard, unending work focused on activism, right? But like... You know, it was a critter capture game. The other thing I've considered is a roguelike Fire Emblem-like that I have a really cool idea for the plot, but I wouldn't want to spoil. I wrote some dialogue and narration for it, and it was some of my favorite writing I've ever done. Like, yeah, wow. It's something that I wish I hope the world survives well enough for me to make it, because it is genuinely some of the best writing I've ever done for that conceptual Fire Emblem roguelike. Because I had the ideas and I didn't want to lose them, so I just started writing, and God, it was good. CN, how do you do ponytails? Okay, or pigtails? Let me look this up. Let me grab some pigtail reference. Not a critic, why are you attacking me? In my house? There we go, perfect reference. I found her. It's my girl. We had the same idea, CN. You're not heavy environmental stuff in your plot? True. Oh, my girl. Okay. You're so good at twisting shapes over each other. We're not saving a lot of space for the flowers, but we are going to shrink this down slightly. I think I've made too big of a silhouette. I guess Sasha's pretty big, too, as a silhouette. Let's take a look. Very pretty, but it's not quite there. Ugh. Every time I try to fix the mouth, I make it worse. I'm going to need to fix it zoomed in. Look at... Hello, Meryl. Look at Perona, Misa, Freerin, Coco for the ends of the hair. Interesting. Yes, sir. That's great. Oh, wow. The twists and... God damn, you're good. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna have to hold myself to a very high standard. I should take my Vifans. Wait, I took my Vifans, didn't I? I mean, I have it open now. Wow, not a critic. I mean, I can allow it. That is insane. Yeah, no, I've allowed it. Everyone can take a look at it. I mean, it depends on what you're into is the entire answer. Like, if you're specifically into the Sanji one, obviously that's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, probably. I wouldn't know, not my speed. However, what I will say is, I think just by default, on most people, the Zoro one is better, for just the obvious reason of the equipment. When MH... Monster Hunter? Am I supposed to stream Monster Hunter? Did I promise that? You want to add Perona vibe? Check out your dress, trans hair, and the Art Nouveau. So I'm both checking yours, and I'm going to rely on some experience and studies I have doing Art Nouveau. So it's going to be a little bit modified. But I really... There's a few of these in particular I want to copy the vibe of. Especially fucking... Dude, you killed it on Sasha. I think Sasha might be your best art. No, probably Fern or Freerin's your best art, but Sasha's just incredible. Maybe my Sasha bias is why, but because Sasha bias is real for me. Best girl. Hey chat, what does it say that all of my best girl choices are deeply flawed in one way or another? Bold take, they're all gorgeous. No, yeah, but I'm an art person. I'm big on critique, so I'm not going to say that. Oh, the way you drew Perona's a specific way? All right, all right, all right. Oh, I get what you're saying. It looks like stained glass shapes. Your most recent one? Yeah, but I don't know who that is, so it's hard to have bias. I can't like mentally healthy women. Like, I think the 3 women from media that have spoken to me most deeply are Edelgard, Sasha Browse, and Sylvia from Potionomics. Anyone play Potionomics? Oh, the flow is so hard to... Let me take a look at this Rogoku. Oh, she's very pretty. Yeah, that's really good. The hair especially. I think overall, I like Sasha, Freerin, and Fern better, but this is your best hair, I think. It's not really helpful for what I'm doing here, but as far as the quality of the line art, that's the strongest hair, I think. I think overall as an art piece, Sasha, Fern, and Freerin are my 3 favorites. 2 of those you know because of me, the others totally new. Become educated. It's not gonna... Yeah, it's really pretty. Wait, this shape, this has it. This has weight. This is flowing well. Yes, that's good. Each piece needs to come from a momentum carries through elsewhere. But they overlap in interesting ways, like waves, like wind. All face in a similar direction, so they're helping the silhouette. Oh, this makes it look like a heart if they come together. That's actually cute and sweet. Fuck. Okay. I'll have to fix this earring later, I think. The ear needed to be further in. That? Well, I mean, don't delete art today. Because I said I won't listen to it. Because this is special. I'll turn it off next time. The issue is this is part finished product, part story. Actually, well, or part study. I guess I could delete art. I would just choose a section I don't like on it and delete it. Can you add a Panda Man? Yeah, but I wouldn't add it till the very end so that I could sneak it into the shape somewhere. Would be funny if you add a Bellamy. It would be. I'd need to keep a list and just add them in at the end, basically. God, the way you twist with the hair is so... Oh, these shapes are incredible. I love them. I want to do better. I want to do better. Okay, let's see. The seashell thing is her axe? Yes. Not a seashell, it's a giant chunk of dragon bones. Not arting for several months will do that for you? I mean, I've been arting. It's just been like practice stuff to get back in the flow and get my rhythm and strength back. I just couldn't draw on stream because it required me to draw too fast and consistently. But it's not... The reason I can't draw the shapes I want isn't because I'm out of practice. It's because Cien is very, very good and practiced at this, and replicating something like smooth flowing shapes and trying to, without directly copying them, capture the energy is just very hard. Okay. Whoa, it's these tiny changes fuck everything up so easily. Why does this now look bad when everything else in the eye looks better? One reason. Skin fold wraps around, not within. Pains the eye, not just as a decoration. Ooh, okay. Why am I getting 800 messages? It's very distracting. Okay. I think I'm just going to undo. I think it looked better before, and I'm going to figure out how to make it look better in the line art. Except for the movement. I think it does need to be moved. Oh, you know what? That actually looks better. That's better. There we go. This is looking more it. This is looking more it. Okay. 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 Wait, what are we doing here? Are we talking about whether it's valid to copy from artists or not? Yeah, that's how you learn. It's both a compliment to the artist and it's the most common way to learn new techniques. You should most of your practice needs to be study from real stuff. But when you want to learn new techniques and how to apply your knowledge in better ways, copy from artists. That's 100%. It's actually best if instead of copying from masters, you copy from people who are in a similar field of skill as you, but who are better at things that you aren't as good at, so that you can learn from them. Just make the legs longer because the top's overpowering. You're so right about that. I'm also going to make this skirt shorter for the silhouette's sake. Like, one of the best ways to learn is to study from real life and then look at artists in a similar tier to you, but whose skills are developed in a very different direction. And by similar, I don't mean like the same, because it's hard to judge as someone the same as you, but I think Cien and me are at least comparable. And because of that, it is easier to learn from Cien and see the places that she is stronger than me, and take those and learn from them to develop my own style and my own abilities, to take the skills I'm practicing and find new ways of applying them. It's really essential. Yeah, this is going to be a stronger silhouette for sure. And we're going to curve this up because that'll also be a stronger silhouette. Yeah, there we go. This is way stronger. Capybara? Yes. He's here. Cappy is in his place. Also how your own interpretation and use make it your own. Yeah. Like, chances are, if Cien decided to draw Hilda, the pose would be different. How we each translated Love Nikki design pieces into accommodating Hilda's design would be different. What we chose, longer legs make them thicker on the bottom. Even longer. You're a mad woman. All right. I think I'm going to make them thicker in general now they're so long. Like I said, Hilda's legs are thick by the standards of her game, in that they are the shape of like an actual athletic woman's legs. Okay. It is actually very cool to have CN helping in real time. Normally, I have to make all these decisions myself when I do style studies. This is awesome. Very different experience. Where's the imbalance now? The imbalance now is the leg is too far off the side, and this leg isn't far off enough for the longer leg to be accommodated. Also, with the longer leg, I don't want to do the frills the same way for the double frill. Hey. Hey. Let's see here. Anyone got good news? Why are you so hungry for good news? What era do you think you live in? The good news is we're all here. We're all alive. We can still pursue human passion, experience the moments of human knowledge and experience having been passed through the ages to reach to a point that skills are as understood as they are. That's the good news. You don't want me to be right about there only being bad news? Fortunately, I'm really often correct about stuff. You have evidence we're all still alive? Well, everybody's typing, and either I'm delusional, you're all bots, or, you know, everyone's Gucci. I do unironically think Dolly Parton was the best chance at bringing America together, and she's dead. But maybe someone else will figure out a method. This feels so much stronger. Yeah, we were getting a bit lost in the sauce of the details. Thank you for the thank you for the clarity. This is starting to get there now. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hmm. When I read the news, I went, well, I guess Haberfax needs a new bit. Hungary's nuclear power plant nearly had to be shut down because of the river being too low, but your new PM put in measures to elevate it, which should have been done decades ago. That's good news. Hey, Orbman's out so we can do things. It's crazy. Hey. Send you a sketch of how you do her ponytail? Damn it. Interesting. I really like the curlies, though. I like them. Okay, let's see. What can I integrate from this in what I've already done? Oh, I see what I see the way you track flow. That's actually helpful. It's, yeah, tracking multiple bodies of the hair through. Wow, why haven't I been doing that? Like, holy shit, that's, yeah, that's how you track how to make it thinner or thicker. by tracking multiple bodies of the hair going through the flow. Oh, shit, dude. That... Okay. Well... I don't want to keep it like this because I'm really liking the tanglies at the bottom, but yeah. Can I do something for my next stream? What's the next... What do you do something for your next stream? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do for you, Snow? Is it not call you French? If so, sure. Figure this out later. I'm happy for Hungary getting rid of Badman. It's gotta feel good to get rid of Badman. Third one here is basically straight up. Perfect, okay. Tomorrow you're going to be a mass canvassing event in North Van. A.V. Lewis will be attending. That rules. Could I be in North Van tomorrow? I'd need to cancel some stuff. That sounds like a fun day, though. Let her thighs have some space, but I really like these ribbons. There we go. Now the ribbons are ribboning. Adding to this sense of her legs kind of having their own space to occupy, which I like. Good lord. It's not perfect, but I do like it. I need to cancel some stuff, which sucks. I don't like canceling, but if I do it tonight, maybe I'll be fine. And I could get a lot done on the travel, I guess. I give it a maybe. It would be good to actually network and finally put my money where my mouth is and go to an event. Yeah. Yeah, all right. All right, what do you think? How is this looking, Cien? What needs to change for it to not feel bad? The longer leg, you were right. Shrinking her down helped a bit. Pre-recrual is the wrong shape is an issue. Shape is like longer, right? Oh no, it's about the right shape when you add the stuff in. A little bit wrong, but not much. The spikes are shorter on this end. These are going to be a bitch to figure out. I might need to do detailed sketch after all, because we've messed up a lot and deleted. I'm really liking the face. I'm really liking the face right now. Need to make her legs bigger? But look, they're not that thick. They're just like normal lady thick. I really like top-heavy designs is the problem I'm having. I love a design where all of the aesthetic flair is put onto the top half of the art. Like, that is something I'm in love with. Let's see. What if we add similar frills to what we have up top? I mean, yeah, I know. The axe shaft just isn't that long. Okay, I guess, but then if we don't have this triangle, this part gets weaker. Am I sure the axe is good? I mean, it's not good yet. It's gonna be... I'm gonna have to do a detailed sketch to fix up the shape exactly, but it's about the right size. Needs even longer legs, but I did make her head too big in recent revisions, so I'm actually fine with lengthening her legs again. Plus, Art Nouveau just does exaggerated long leg ladies because it's based off of fashion art a lot of the time. Put the pose ref next to it. Got this one. The refs aren't allowed up top. Yeah, we do need more leg. You're right. You're right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There. Axe is accurate. What? What's your request, Snoll? What's happening? I missed it. Oh, you haven't booked an appointment for therapy? By when? By next stream? Just yell at you? Okay. Sorry, I missed that. I was in the art zone. Yeah, I can do that. I don't like it, but I can do it. It's not like being mean to people. Motherfucker, book yourself in therapy so I don't have to be mean to you. I'm not going to enjoy doing it. Too late to take it back. You said give you the 3rd degree. I have to be mean to you. Okay. Idea. Oh, free Raccool. Why are you such a bizarre shape? Okay. I don't hate it. I think I like this better for balance, though. The weight feels better like this. The weight of the pose was off. Okay. Just a sec. It's doing a recovery save. Ooh. Oh, I really want to lock this, at least this in as a draft before I commit to calling it done, so that I'm good to come back next week and put more work in. Then you how you do the pose? Give me a second. God, that's really good. See, I really like the one leg off the ground is the thing. I'm really enjoying that. Let me try though. That is solid. Okay. I did keep fiddling with putting her leg on the ground anyways, so, you know, if you're just going to tell me I should, then let's just do it. The big issue also is I was drawing her too thick at the beginning, and then I slimmed her out, and as I stretched her out from the slimmed down version, she's now too thin, or at least was for a while. I think we're good now. She was too thick, slimmed her down, then stretched her out. I don't have a great process. Now she's too leg heavy. Oh. Legs need to be longer? God damn it. They're already... Send an improved sketch? Okay. Actually, wait. This part's good. This part. I feel like her torso's touch too long. Well, I mean, her hips go... You know what? There is actually a problem I'm realizing. Give me a second here. We got to redo the skirt, unfortunately, which is a shame. About their interaction. We're lost in the sauce now. We got to recover. We got to get our mental back on track. No, it's double pelvis. We're indicating two separate pelvises. That's why I'm erasing the skirt. With all the lengthening we did, we fucked up a little in a different way. You sketch body and clothes on a different layer? Yeah, I usually do. I don't know why I didn't. Well, I guess I kind of did. I still have this to reference, but like we made her legs so much longer since then and changed the size of the body that it doesn't fit anymore. That would, if we'd moved it with us, that would have been smart, which is why we're having the problems we're having now. Because I didn't move it with us. See what we can do here. No, that's the issue is she's so much taller now. Well. Yeah, there's an issue. Okay. NX is partially right. It's not that the torso's too long. It's that the shapes are no longer indicating the same things because we moved her around a bunch. Okay. So if I'm remembering correctly, we were doing frills based off of one gown here with a trim to show the runes from her standard post-time skip outfit. Underneath that was a set of lace. And, you know, do I have that dress still sitting around somewhere? Go for Charlotte Smoothie? No! Actually, her entire torso does need to be a bit broader now that we made her so tall. We want to make her legs longer, so we're going to move the original body sketch with it. Because that does fit the proportions better for both Art Nouveau and Three Houses. A little fucked up, don't worry about it. Okay. This needs to be lifted up by the lifting of her leg. Where's the reference? Fuck, I'll just remember it. Don't cut her in half. God damn it. Looking more solid. I fucked up a lot by not moving the body ref or body drawing with her. But we're coming back. Problem of making alterations and not keeping track of the layers through them. the construction falls apart. Because I put a lot of work into the construction at the beginning, but if you start fucking with everything without changing it, you lose track of what every shape is attached to. We're going to need a detailed sketch layer next time, but I think this will work. Since we made her so much taller, these do need a slight size up. Do they still fit? They should be. Why am I getting 800 fucking messages? And the anxiety is unreal. Okay, nothing is an emergency. Great news. Suits the frame because it looks better with the frame than without. The accidental turning of her hair into a heart I like. The twist is a bit wrong now. This foot is wrong. Oh, why'd I fuck up so many things? It was looking so good, and a few alterations to upgrade the balance fucked everything. All right, fuck it. Fuck it. We're redoing the legs. I don't like those boots anyways anymore. The top half's actually very solid. Looking at this now, this is much better. This is much stronger. Actually, I kind of want to go back to the original pose. Okay. Step 1. Thighs. That structure, good. Garters. Based off of one of the Love Nikki designs. Little emblem thingy here. Boots. I'm going to change the boots a little to have lace that folds down. That it's referencing both the Love Nikki style and what we had before. Don't make the thighs too thick. The thighs are fine. Not a critic, you get out of here. Don't get out of here. Actually liking this a lot better. Thighs need to be thicker. I like them though. Look at them. All right, you get a little thicker as a treat because you're the person. How do we do lace here? That looks good. Well, you know what? We could just do it based off of this. Okay. 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 This feels like our best mix of silhouette, balance, structure, and weight so far by a mile. Like, this feels distinctly like the strongest we have so far. Snow, no! Hey. Look at the chart for her. The chart is bust size. The chart is not thigh size. They didn't even include a thigh size scale in Three Houses. However, they did include it in Engage. And frankly, the max thigh size in that game is teensy for some reason. They weren't willing, like, Hilda's thighs are thicker than the thighs of the max thigh thickness in Engage. Someone made a thigh chart for it. It's something about her waist isn't translating your brain. It's a lot of busy pieces that I'm gonna need to make clear when we do the detailed sketch, which I am gonna do probably off stream. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's actually scales for everything. There's scales for abs, arm size, chest and bust, butt. Wow. Damn. Give her Candace. Good lord, people. Okay. Some of this is not feeling finished, but I think when I do the fine sketch, I'll be able to add in more details. Cian, here's the thing. It doesn't look like anything you've done before, but the idea of her ponytails forming a heart makes me so happy. What do you think? Can I keep it? Can I keep her little pigtails forming a heart? Because I find it cute. It was an accident, and when I noticed it happening, I was like, oh my god. I need to keep it this way. It's really cute. Okay, cool. Hey. I love Hilda. She's such a fun character. She's no Edelgard, but she is just remarkably sweet and adorable and a bit of a misandrist. You do the ends differently? I was trying to copy your Sasha because I like it. All right, I'll do the ends the way you would do it for her texture, because that is the goal. Even though, at some point, I do need to do a drawing where I copy how you did Sasha's ponytail. Have the ends flow the same direction? Look at Freerun and Sasha's? Okay. Sasha's all flow the same direction, but I mean, they sort of, I guess so. Some of them go against, though. Some of the little ones go against, right? So, like, let me take a look at Sasha again. No, the ends of the ponytail should be different than the ends of the littler hair for Sasha. Yeah. That's so cool. I'm noticing all the little choices in here. It's so interesting to try to follow. I mean, this is a different pigtail, so it can be a little differently shaped. Okay. Looking at it, there's a few hairs on Sasha's that turn the other way, but they're all from higher up on the shape. Then Sasha close-ups. I mean, I'm looking at Sasha right now. She's right here. You can't put the Emperor of Mankind in the water supply. Do you want Grey Knights? That's how we get Grey Knights. Good lord. So fucking hard to do. This might need to be something that I do off stream for figuring out the detailed sketch of and just leave this as a basic for now. So cool, but so difficult. Still not there. Maybe we just give up on that shape and... That looks better. I'm just going to leave it like this for now, and I'm going to redo this in a more comprehensive study off stream, because I don't like zooming in when I'm streaming. You think I need a break? I agree with you, but I also think I'm going to need to be able to zoom in and think about it more comprehensively, because I don't like zooming in because I tend to throw the canvas around and it's not good content on stream. So when I come back on Tuesday, I'll hopefully have the fine sketch done so that we can start on line art. Or actually, we'll probably start on the background before we do line art. And lastly, I think I might rescale her slightly. Just so that she fits. Yeah, I think this frames her better. I think this is solid for now. We're going to come back and make it better. Thank you for the help, by the way, CN. It's actually incredibly helpful, and this is really fun. I know I seem frustrated. That's because I have fun by frustrating things. All right, we're going to raid Oak, but I got to raid and run today. This has been an exciting... Goddamn, we've been here for 4 hours? Art is time-consuming. I just got in the zone, and I didn't even notice time passing. Hold up. What? What hold up? Why hold up? What's happening? I hope you're not going to say what I think you're going to say, because I just noticed something. Send you Edelgard's background sketch? Oh, that's so perfect. Oh my god, I see the inspirations from the crown in it. Oh, you even have the shape of the Three Hopes crown in part of the background. That's actually incredibly cool. Wow. Oh, she got her last name. Oh, both crests through the ring at the top. Oh, that's sick. Here, I'll put it on stream. If you're okay with everybody seeing, I'll put it on quickly. That's sick. I'll let you decide. And if you want it, I will put it on stream. Do it? Okay. This is CN's background so far for Edelgard. Cause this is her crown from post time skip. This is her crown from post time skip Three Houses, and this looks like her big dragon horns from her crown in post time skip Three Houses. And these are both of her crests, and this looks like her crown from Three Hopes post time skip. You see? You see? Ooh, wait. I need to figure something out. Ooh, I gotta scroll up. I'm so curious about something. Because she doesn't have a crown, the dragon horns and Mucha piece you'll send a bit. So she doesn't have a crown pre-time skip. The only shapes she has exclusively on her pre-time skip design that are just hers and nobody else's. I just need to scroll up to find the sheet I sent you. Fuck. Okay, where is it? I just want to see if you included them, because it'd be cool to have that. Both dragon horns and Mucha piece. Yeah. The only part that is exclusive to her 3-time skip, I think, is like this little buckle that goes on the clasp of her cloak. These look a lot like it. These look like that buckle. Boom. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my god. That buckle and the frills next to it you haven't used? Understood. Yeah. These are the things like exclusive to her from pre-time skip. Having the Three Hopes crown and the Three Houses crown is so fucking cool. Yeah, that rules. This all rules. Oh, I see it. That's awesome. Holy shit. All right. I'm excited. I'm excited to keep working on this. I'm going to come back. It's going to be incredible. All the difficulty of today for the last 4 hours gonna be worth it. I guess 3.5. I started late. I gotta go do something to chill my body. I guess I don't know. Yeah, see y'all. I should save this, huh? All right, let's raid Oak, and then I gotta run, and when this is done, we can show Oak, because it'll be awesome. Next week, we're gonna be sketching the background, and then the week after, hopefully line art, and I don't know if I'll render it on stream. Coloring and rendering is really boring. Line art is also actually incredibly boring. Sketching's the only fun part that's good to talk about. Yeah. Thanks for being here, everybody. Coloring and rendering takes you the least amount of time. That's fair. This style is a light render compared to a lot of what I do when I take a lot of time. Sketching can take up to 15 hours. Well, so far we're at 3.5. I do tend to move quickly. We'll see if we take another 11.5 hours to finish sketching. All right. Until next time, everybody. It's been lovely talking to you. Enjoy Oak. Hey, VOD viewers, you're beautiful.